Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. We are back, the best K-pop podcast on, what do I usually say? In the galaxy? What is big? Is there something bigger than the galaxy?
The universe?
Okay, in the is it? Oh, I guess you're right. There's okay, yeah.
Multi-universe?
Yes,
In the multi
the best K-pop podcast in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
well, I think multi-universe is not only to Marvel. I
Oh,
think
okay.
there's utilizing.
I feel like I just like naturally think that way because like I don't even know. I don't even like
Yeah,
Marvel that
pop
much.
culture, that's why.
Pretty much. But hello everyone. Welcome back to the actually so this is usually the Daily Dose podcast. But as you guys can probably see, I've rebranded a bit this episode. And we're at a bar. We're at a non-alcoholic sponsor me non-alcoholic bar. Well, everyone's grown here. Everyone's grown. I mean, we have a couple zygotes, but that's fine. Everyone's grown here now. But it's now kind of like bar themed because I feel like it fits just like a chill, relaxed conversation we like to have on here. We like to have fun. We like to do things. So I just thought it would, better fit. And I was kind of like over the pink. Like, I know pink is like my signature, but I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to change. But Jazz, as always, I have to ask, how are you doing? Also, chat, hello. How are you guys doing this week? Because you went to Mexico. So how was that?
Oh,
How was that?
it was fun. It was fun. Um, yeah. I was in the pool like every day. Like, I got tan.
I was gonna
That's about
say,
it.
you do look a little tanner. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
but anything crazy happen? Because it was a cruise, right?
No, I wish it was a cruise. I love cruises.
Oh, okay. I think we
But
just talked about cruises separately, but
yeah.
you just went.
Yeah, it was just in Mexico, in Cabos. So
Mm.
it was like fun. We went on one excursion thing where it was like we did like a glass bottom boat, but we barely looked at the like water part, like anything on the underwater part because like
Hmm.
I feel like it was too deep and all the like dolphins and all that. It wasn't, I guess it wasn't their season or their time to be around. So it was just like we didn't see anything. But it was like we saw like rock formations. Like they
Hmm.
have like a thing called Lovers Beach. And then on the other side, it's called Divorce Beach, which is
Dang.
very funny. But it was like, it was cool. It was like pretty. And then we went shopping. And then that was, oh, I learned about tequila. I hate tequila, but I learned about it. I tried it. So they gave like different versions. Like apparently there's like different types and
Hmm.
how long they stay, the barrel and all of that. So it was interesting.
That sounds really cool. So they just like let you guys try like a bunch of shots of tequila.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like they gave us three that they just like had for us to just try, and then like when my mom was like asking for like different like brands, like they would let us try it. So it was like pretty interesting.
Oh, that's actually really, really cool. I've always wanted to do like well, I guess this is kind of different, but like a wine tasting. I always found that like, even though
Oh
I don't like
yeah,
wine that much, but I feel like
yeah,
that's so classy, like wine and
yeah.
cheese and going to a vineyard. But that sounds really, really like, that sounds cool. I want to go on vacation so much. But I'm glad you had fun. That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
As for me, I didn't do anything because I'm boring. That's it, y'all.
Oh no.
No, I feel like there's a part of me that's just like, yeah, I'm not really doing anything with my summer, but like, I'm like, do I feel sad because I feel like I should be doing something, or do I feel sad because I want to do something? That is the question.
Mm,
But I've never been one of those people that was like, oh, I have to go on like these big vacations. Like, I like,
that's me.
yeah, like stay. Yeah, I feel like we talked about this before. Staycations, where it's just like I'm not going to work, but I'm not necessarily doing like flying across the country or anything like that. I
Yeah.
feel like that's fun. Um, but yeah, so guys, mess. Wait, you guys haven't told me what you guys did this week. Oh, also, yes, we got a new setup. It was inspired, so Jas, you probably know, but we recently watched the anime called Death Parade on my anime club, and so that's what I was a little inspired by. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, because it's like a bar, right?
Yeah. And I learned how to make neon words in Adobe Photoshop, so I wanted to flex that skill again. I was like, I know how to do the one thing, and I'm going to use it for everything I do for the next 5 years.
I think you can do that in Canva too.
Can you? The thing is, I do, because Canva's free, right?
To a point. Yeah.
I really do need to switch to like a free, because Adobe Photoshop is very expensive.
Oh yeah, I could not. There's another version. Like I use what's it called? Affinity Designer, and I think they have another one that's like it's like equivalent to Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator.
Oh, so both of them?
And it's much. Well, no, there's like two different ones. I can't remember. Like Designer is equivalent to Illustrator, and then there's another one that's equivalent to Photoshop, and it's like much cheaper, and it's a one-time payment, and I prefer it so much more.
Oh, because that's something that annoys me, that everything is becoming a subscription service, and it's like, instead of just paying one flat fee, I would pay like $100 once. Like, I don't want to keep giving you money, and then like if I don't have the money that week, or like I don't feel like paying, then all of a sudden I don't have access to, like, that's like the rise of subscription services is literally like such a scam. But yeah, I'd rather, because one of the things that annoys me is that I get that Illustrator and Photoshop are for two different things, but I hate that there's like some stuff you can do in Illustrator that you can't do in Photoshop, and vice versa. Because I found myself switching between the two, and I'm just like, this should just be one thing. Like, why can't I do it like this over here? But I mean, if it's cheaper, I might just do that. I just hate relearning how to use software. So, but yeah. Hey guys. Hey. So yes. We have a new face in the chat. Hey Brenda, what's up? Welcome to so I should probably say that so rather than being the Daily Dose podcast, I guess, it's called the Sleepy Idol, which is like the name of the bar. So welcome to the Sleepy Idol.
I like how there's no reference. It's just the name of the bar, you know.
Doesn't it sound like a bar though? Like the Sleeping Bear, or like the Groggy Leg or something. Like, I was trying to go like bar theme. Oh, I guess that's true. I don't know, because I wanted it to be K-pop related too, and I was like, well, idols are always sleepy because they're run ragged by these companies. But yeah, so I thought it was cute. So welcome to the Sleepy Idol, guys. Rebranding, new year, new me, new month, new me. But yeah, so today we have a lot to talk about. I feel like it's becoming tradition to start all our podcast episodes off with talking about BTS. But I don't know, guys. Okay, I like them.
I mean, it comes with being like the biggest group right now, you know?
True.
That's how it works.
True. And I feel like there's always like, it's always half and half, right? There's always like some fun stuff, some positive stuff going on with BTS. But then there's always mess. And you guys know I love to talk about mess. So I couldn't pass that up. Anyway. Stop judging me. But anyway. So we're going to start off with the fact that BTS is once again making history. So, as you guys know, on July 8th, BTS released, I guess you would call it a B-side, or like a follow-up maybe, to Butter, the hit English song that's been eating up the charts lately. And we talked about it last year. We talked about it last
Saw the future.
We talked about it last month.
Oh, well, you also look like Raven Simone. And that's a Raven.
This is really her fashion. Yeah, she was always wearing something. She told me before the podcast that I look like Keely Williams in Cheetah Girls.
Because I swear she had an outfit in one of the, I don't know, one of the movies, maybe the first one, that had like a bandana and like...
This was like the style, because what, like, Cheetah Girls, it kind of surprises me when I think it came out in like 2004. For For some reason, I thought it was later, but like it was definitely like seated within those early 2000 trends.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. But I mean, I take it as a compliment because I've always loved early 2000s fashion. I love the fact that it's making a comeback, so some of the stuff is more readily available in stores. So
yeah,
I loved Raven growing up. Like, she was literally like my, like, I thought she was so funny. I like modeled my comedy after her. So thank you. But so yes, BTS. They came out with Permission to Dance, and y'all dragged it for filth. But despite that,
it wasn't dragged. It was just not hyped.
Y'all said that sound like High School Musical, which High School Musical has bops. So technically, that was.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I didn't say it sounded like High School Musical. Did I?
You said something shady.
I said it. I thought it sounded like a soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
like song.
You compared it to like Trolls.
I think it was. What's it called? What's that movie? The Peanuts movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not.
I love that song.
I was gonna say, I guess it's not 100% shady, but some of y'all were like dragging it in the comments. I saw a comment that was like, it sounds like ending to Toy Story or something like that. I'm like, what? Like, people are
drag. Toy Story is it? That's childhood.
That's true. Like, when people are saying it's childish, they're comparing it to some like great song. So it's like low key, like backhanded compliment, but a front-handed compliment too.
It's just that it's not attached to something like great. Like, it's just sitting there by itself. I think that's what it's missing. It's a movie.
That's true. Honestly, if they just threw it on a movie, I would not surprise if it got the same treatment as like Happy in that Trolls song, like just going viral. Like, they just need
any three of the songs, I think, would have.
That's true.
Like, skyrocketed.
So yeah, so despite the mixed reactions to it, it is doing very, very well. This week it was announced that it hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 following its release on July 8th. And this actually makes it their 5th #1 single on Billboard, which it's like their first one was just last year, wasn't it? Their first one was Dynamite.
That's what I thought. How does that make sense? Well, something's wrong.
Dynamite, Home, or whatever that one song was called. Mm-hmm. There was one song that was like #1.
Oh, the like an echo.
Yeah. Yes, that's so. That was only #1 for a week. And then Savage Love, of course, and then Butter, and then this song. So
should Savage Love count?
I will say it did, because specifically it went #1 the week that their remix came out, and specifically
it was already trending high.
It was, but I noticed that they specifically, like, when it charted, it was like Savage Love featuring Josh and BTS. Like, it didn't just say like featuring Josh, you know, because like usually when like they like combined like the remixes and stuff under like the original, they'll still have the original charting. But I feel like specifically they're like, you better put BTS's name. Like,
that's true. Yeah. So. But didn't they do that the same thing for Lil Nas X's songs? I feel like they never really put Lil Nas X by himself. It was always like,
if I remember,
the Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he came out with the regular one. It was popular, but then it really took off with the Billy Ray Cyrus one. And then from then on, it was like listed as the Billy Ray Cyrus one, despite all the other. So I don't know. Maybe you can just choose, I guess.
Just pick whatever you want.
Big Hit was like, you will put BTS on.
Jason Derulo was probably like, I will put BTS.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm almost there. I gotta like.
Remember when like
the last bit.
Remember when like fans got so mad because it was like he like made a TikTok thanking his TikTok friends or whatever for the song.
Yeah,
that was,
which was weird because I think he also made a TikTok thanking BTS when it actually happened. Like, he did like a video and was like, oh my gosh, that's us, and blah blah blah. And then he did a party and they're like, wow, you're having a party
without BTS?
Without BTS,
even though they wouldn't have come. How dare you?
Thanking BTS. They didn't do it. None of these people did anything in this song, and it was just like, calm down.
Yeah, it was too much. Like, I get it, because obviously it did, adding BTS did take it over the top, but it was like, it was also a popular song already. And I feel like that's usually when people add a remix or something like that. That's usually the case. Like, it's already pretty popular and they just want to push it over the edge, or maybe they have like stiff competition. So just to ensure they get that number one, they do that remix. Like, it's never just like a totally unpopular song shooting up just because
that's true.
But it was actually really impressive because this song, like, basically made it so BTS was like breaking all these records this week. So some of those records include they joined Drake as the only artist in history to replace themselves at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 with 2 debuts. And I was really surprised with that. So essentially you debut a song at number one, and then the next song you debut, like when it debuts at number one, it replaces the song that you already had at number one. Only Drake and BTS now have done that. And I was like, that's wild. What did
Drake do?
I don't know, but I'm like, Drake's always releasing like them. Like, anytime Drake drops something, it goes number one. So I'm not really surprised. I'm sure it was like some follow-up single nobody remembers, and then like the main single. Like, that's probably what happened. But yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
In addition, they also achieved the fastest accumulation of 5 number one hits on the Hot 100 among all artists since Michael Jackson in 1987 to 1988. So, y'all, they're out here with the great.
That's like a bad taste, you know. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. What? Michael Jackson?
Well, times have changed, I guess, you know.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But I feel like it's like, because the thing is, I want to be fair as possible, because I feel like we tend to be more accepting of things that have already happened than new things, you know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to accept that somebody's like going toe to toe with Michael Jackson records, especially given the fact that, you know, a lot of people, and I'm going to get into it later, a lot of people are like, how real is this to what the public likes versus it being their fans mass streaming? But hey, this is what at chart data was telling me. So in addition to that, they've become the artist with the most number one hits on the Hot 100 in the 2020 decades. So ever since 2020,
that's not as impressive.
Yeah, well, 2020 did last.
We just started. Like, what is? Get that out of here! Why'd they even say that? Like, I'm sorry.
Listen, I just follow chart data.
I don't know. I'm not saying. I'm saying, why did they? Whoever wrote this and gave this to you, don't even like think about. Like, what?
Yeah,
2020s.
I mean, to be fair, I guess it's impressive in the fact that it's like, out of all the artists, it's BTS. But like, yeah, it's kind of like, okay, we just started the year. Like, this kind of seems very like a very specific record that I feel like nobody's really contending for. And then on top of that, they're actually the first band in history to earn 4 number one debuts on the Hot 100. So like their songs debuted on the Hot 100, which is, again, crazy because there's so many bands, like so many bands that you can think that have been popular in the past. And I'm pretty sure they mean bands across the board. I don't think they're differentiating between like bands that play instruments and bands that just sing and dance. But yeah, so they're doing really, really good for themselves. Now, despite this being very great, because I will say I'm proud of BTS. It's crazy to think, because, you know, I was a hardcore ARMY back in like 2017, where like ARMY would bust their butts just trying to get BTS to number one. So it's crazy that they went from struggling to get in the top 10 to like literally the Billboard Hot 100 is ARMY and BTS's playground at this point. Like, anything they want to go number one, they can make go number one at this point, which, you know, some people see as a cool thing, some people see as a bad thing, but we'll get into that. Because while Permission to Dance hit number one this week, the previous song that they had trending at number one, Butter, actually dropped 6 spots, and it was number 7. So, as you can probably guess, a lot of people are saying, well, if it's such a popular song, how come as soon as they release a new song, it drops? Insinuating that a lot of the push or the what was keeping it at number one was fans mass streaming, and when they had a news target, they no longer could keep that afloat, and it went to all their efforts went to Permission to Dance. So what is your opinion on how BTS is charting right now? I'm interested in everyone in the comments. Like, do you think that there's still room to be like, oh, it's fans, it's just fans, like it's not that popular? Or do you think we've kind of surpassed that with the fact that Butter was number one for 7 weeks?
I actually hear Butter on the radio. I don't think I've ever heard Permission to Dance on the radio yet.
Oh, really?
I don't think.
I don't know if I've heard it.
But then again, I also have been out of the country, so that might be why. So I don't know. There might be a little bit of biasness. I don't know.
That's true, and it only came out a couple weeks ago. And I think when you have radio deals, they take a while to kick in, because I think like that's also the difference. A bit with like how previous BTS singles have performed and like these ones. I feel like these ones have like proper radio deals, which helps a lot. Although I think still most of their Billboard points are coming from streaming and like buying. But I think that like helps with notoriety and actually like I guess the public. But you think overall it's still heavy, fans are pushing, or is it a difference between like Dynamite versus Permission to Dance versus Butter?
Like what do you mean? Like
would you say like, for example, Dynamite and Butter were real hits, but we don't know with Permission to Dance if this success is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I honestly I'm thinking like, I don't know, Permission to Dance just seems like it's gonna kind of be like what's that other song, like the one that dropped?
I think it's called Home, but I can't.
No.
Let me look it up.
Home was on that was Life Goes On.
Oh, Life Goes On. Yes.
Yeah, that. I feel like it's going to be similar to that. But I don't know. I could be wrong. You
don't think the fact that it's English will help it chart?
I think the fact that you can't really understand it.
Oh, that's what D'Angelo said in his thing. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, and I agree with that because like it's just. And it's not even a matter of like their accent so much, because like we've understood them in Butter and all of that. It's like stuff just it's over processed. It just is, you can't understand it. I remember listening to it the first time and I was like, you know what? Am I just imagining things? Let me close my eyes to see like if I can actually understand anything that they're saying. And I was like, I don't know what they're saying in this song at all.
Yeah, it definitely was really weirdly processed. And because BTS has had criticism about that before, and it's really weird because you would think like a multi-million-dollar, probably encroaching towards $1 billion group could get like the best producers and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's the auto-tune, how they're like compressing it or whatever. But like a lot of the mixing is kind of wonky. And I really don't know what that's about. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump into chat right now. Andre says, I mean, it really does sound like a soundtrack song, which isn't bad. I wonder if any other US-based artists collab with a K-pop act that isn't BTS or Blackpink. Would we see the same success? Oh, that's interesting. Well, I think we've had collabs in the past. I can't remember who, but I feel like Monsta X probably.
Did they?
Probably not like somebody singing on the track with them, but probably some type of producer.
I think they had a rapper. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Because I will say like Monsta X does not get enough credit because they really do be putting in work in terms of their American advancements. And I remember people used to clown the crap. Yeah, and they have really good songs. People used to clown the crap out of them before it was socially acceptable to do English songs. People were like, oh, you're pandering. They're like, you're trying too hard. Like, why are you going to these events that nobody knows where you are and stuff like that? So just aside, like, kudos. But I really don't know. Like, I think it would have to be like a good song. Because I think that BTS's collabs, when they collabed with artists, like, I don't think it was necessarily for the song to be more popular. It was just for like, I don't know, legitimacy. Like, hey, we have Halsey or Nicki on the track, so like you should play us like in the club and on the radio and stuff like that. I feel like that's what they're going, because you could tell, because it would always be like they'd release a version with or without the actual the artist they're collabing with, and then the artist usually had like this much of like
Nicki Minaj coming over like the random part of Idol, like, what's up, Korea? It's like, okay,
like it's super random. So it's just like, this was like kind of, you could tell that there was like an agenda here. But I really don't know, because even Blackpink, I wouldn't credit their abilities thus far to like kind of make waves to like their collabs. Like, what was it, Selena and Gaga? Like, not to say that they like, oh, you know, they don't need Gaga or they don't need Selena, but I feel like it was kind of like moot. Like, it's not like those songs went crazy or anything.
Yeah.
Let's see. ST says, here's the thing, they might have achieved all these records with permission to dance this week, but like Butter dropped to 7th place, and I just look at ARMY's like organic hit. It's not even streaming, it's all their sales. Butter's streams and radio play actually went up the last tracking week. The only thing that dropped by like 50% was Butter's sales. So like, it really revealed that sales count for so many more points for Billboard, that it really skews everything in the charts, because Good For You has been out for longer and still holds really strong at 2nd place. That's true. Good For You, the song that was kind of like what was duking out with Butter, did maintain its position better than Butter even after Permission to Dance came out. And that's because her sales just don't compete, even though her streams and radio play are like 2 to 3 more times than Butter. It's very interesting, because I feel like it's definitely like one of those things where it's like it's like you have to keep up with the times. Because I remember a time where like if the majority of your Billboard points were coming from streams, you'd get clowned. Like if you had high streams, low sales, people were like, oh well, nobody's buying it, so like pathetic. But now that we're starting to understand that most people consume their music through streaming, a lot of people are like, well, is it fair for sales to count as much? But then again, you know, in BTS's case, it's like, well, it's just their fans mass buying. But then like in like, for example, when Adele sells a lot of physical items, it's considered impressive. So in that case, if we took away sales, it would be hurting people who are able to sell a lot physically, like Adele and I don't even know, Taylor Swift. So like, what do you think? Like, do you think that like sales should, at this point, given, you know, the amount of people who use Tidal, Apple Music, blah, blah, Spotify, it should count less towards Billboard than streams?
Yeah, I don't know. That's hard. Because as you said, like, I feel like for acts where it's like, oh, like, their fans are not mass buying. They just bought a lot. It's kind of like you're punishing them if you, like, dock the points for that. But then again, there's groups where it's like, or not even groups, like people or acts that just like their fans are just going to buy like a whole bunch and just like keep buying. And that's not fair. So it's like hard. I feel bad for Billboard, because it's like, how do you appease like the people? Because like, unless like you make a different report card or like criteria for each group or act. Because like, and that gets hectic.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is not. I can already see like even like the fights on Stan Pop Twitter or whatever. But like the companies, they're gonna be like, oh no. Like, yeah, it's really hard, because it's like I feel like there's always gonna be a reason why one is fair and one's not. You know, because you can bulk buy, even though there is a limit, I think, for how much actually counts towards Billboard per person. But you can also mass stream. So it's just like, you know, both of them technically have room for manipulation. But again, what do you even consider mass streaming? Like, yes, you know, you have super fans that will play the song over and over again. But then sometimes if I really like a song, I'll play it over and over again. Like, if I really dig a song and it just came out, like, I'll literally listen to it on repeat with like during my workout. So it's like, should they only count 3 of those streams, you know? Like, I feel like you're right. It becomes a really slippery slope, and it's hard to determine what's fair. I mean, thank God I don't work at Billboard.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she would be horrid. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll down. Brenda says, I listened to Permission to Dance in the radio in Ecuador, and my friend said she also listened to it in Colombia. Oh, so it's getting that worldwide play. Okay. Josie says, Monsta X collab with Pitbull and French Montana. Listen, Mr.
Okay,
Worldwide.
I remember the French Montana.
Because it was a mess, wasn't it? Something messy happened.
I think his part was a mess. French Montana.
I feel like there was like, they performed it somewhere and like French Montana didn't even know his own lyrics.
Yeah, I think that was it. I feel like I just remember it was him. I just know French Montana did something to mess it up.
I feel like Monsta X constantly gets like the like raw end of the stick when they like do the like. I remember I reported on like the fact that there was that weird they were like at the iHeartRadio award shows, and there was that weird foolish interviewer who was like interviewing them, and they're like, what do you think about BTS's Grammy? Do you remember that?
I remember that. I do remember that.
And it was just like, why do this to them? They're just here trying to perform at the iHeart Music Radio Awards. Like, it's please stop.
You shut it down quick. You just like, good for them.
Back to you.
Back to
you,
Don't
Barb.
know what that was,
but yeah.
Why you asked that?
Okay. Josie says, one thing I love about Monsta X is that they always have been consistent. Yeah, I feel like they truly do be putting in work, like when it comes to their American events in general, but like specifically, I always appreciated the way they went about it. You know, they're like, we might not automatically be pop off here, but we're willing to like put in the work to like build our repertoire and stuff like that. And I think the way they went about it was pretty cool too. Like they had some collabs with some relevant people. They went on like, you know, those type of like multi like jingle bell like tours and things like that. I feel like they were really smart about it. But yeah. Oh yes. A Daisy says yes on Jimmy Kimmel, and he didn't remember his lines. So on national TV, French Montana, he really jail. Can we throw? Okay, I was gonna say maybe next time I should have a jail theme because there's so many people that we need to throw in jail, and French Montana is one of them.
You should just have like a animation of like the jail bars coming like jail.
I'm actually gonna write that down because that's so funny. But yeah, that's so cringe because I feel like it's just like, especially because with the like Korean entertainment industry, it's like they're very, very like clean cut. They're like, we're gonna rehearse this. It's gonna like, if something goes wrong, you know something like went wrong because we rehearsed this so many times, you know, we memorized everything that there's no way that this is going to like imagine if like, I don't know, Red Velvet was performing the Dream concert and then Irene was just like dum 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 dum, girl, I don't dum dum dum, like,
she said Michael Jackson good. What are the lyrics?
Is this thing on? Like they would get slaughtered. So the fact that he should do it, and it's really disrespectful too, because if it was a song with Drake, I doubt he would, you know, go on there mumbling. But be careful, you know, anyone who wants to collab with like these rappers or whatever, you know, that you're collabing with somebody who actually gives a darn about like, you know, the features they do.
Because is French Montana even doing anything? It's probably like, I'm just here for my kids' meal.
Honestly,
I need money.
Some of these rappers
are starving.
Some of these rappers phone it in so much. Like, I am tired of the baby features. Please free us from the baby features. I feel like they're so lazy. Like Dua Lipa.
I like the baby's features. Oh my! I love his part in Dua Lipa's song.
Jail.
And Levitating. I don't like listening to Levitating, but without him.
Jail. We gotta throw you in jail.
I love it.
Along with French Montana.
I don't know. He hypes it up for me. It's just he's just there to hype it up.
Oh no.
And he does it well. It's kind of like what's that? Cardi B's part in what's his name? Bruno Mars song.
Nothing in finesse. It don't
and finesse.
I actually quite
I feel like
that.
she's just there to hype it up. Like, is she doing anything special? No. She's kind of just saying like
I guess
words.
I
don't even know.
I really liked her part in that too, I must admit. All right.
I think it's just because the song is also just hype.
So yeah. So they've been, you know, doing a lot, but I guess like that kind of back and forth as to whether it's legitimate or not. It's always kind of going to stay, and I feel like we'll never get a true answer because as long as they have this huge fan base, it's always going to be up in the air. But unfortunately, that is not the only controversy that they went under this week, because this week they always, which is really funny that it was specifically the week that Permission to Dance came out, because everyone was like, all right, let's attack Butter quickly. So yeah, Butter got hit with a couple plagiarism accusations this week, which I thought was surprising. So one of them was a song, so one of them I got referenced to, I guess you would say, was a OST, like it was basically a soundtrack from like a really old video game called Monster in My Pocket. And I'm gonna put the link in chat if you guys want to listen to what it sound like. But somebody pointed out that this OST for this game, if you listen to the verses, I guess the equivalent to what the verses would be in this song, they sound very similar to the verses in Butter. So that was the first one I saw, and this one actually didn't get addressed. I guess nobody cared about this one. So that was the first one I saw, but then you actually put me on to the fact that there is a song called by this person named Luca Debonair, called You Got Me Down, which was from 2020, and this one was like a dead ringer. The chorus was 100% the chorus of Butter, so a lot of people were like, excuse me, what's going on here? But it was quickly resolved when the creator of the song, the person who sang the song, Luca, shared via social media that he brought the top line in 2019 from Sebastian Garcia, who is also credited as a composer of Butter. So it did raise a question about like potential copyright, but Big Hit basically came forward and cleared everything up, saying that it has been confirmed that there's no copyright issues regarding Butter. It's a song that was finalized and released after undergoing a process of confirming with all the songwriters that there were no issues with the song, and there are also no issues currently regarding the song's rights. So they were like aware of it, and they basically cleared it up that everything was bought legally and blah blah blah. I just find it interesting because this is like, is this common to like be like, I made this chorus, anyone can buy it?
I think when you're not that popular.
But that's crazy. Yeah. I feel like that's crazy for BTS to be having these recycled melodies.
I mean, Umbrella by Rihanna was that basic Mac song. Like, what is it? What does Mac have? GarageBand?
Oh yeah.
I think it's from GarageBand.
Really?
The background music? Yeah, it's a GarageBand sound. And they just made a song out of it.
Oh my God.
You do what you can do.
That's
make it cheap.
Crazy to me. What the heck? Okay, well apparently it's well, I guess like I think it's silly at this point, because I feel like Big Hit is smart enough to cover their butts, and if it is a situation where there was copyright, I would think that they were lied to rather than they're trying to pull a fast one. So I think it's kind of silly that people are still like trying to be like, it was plagiarized. But I don't know, I just find it interesting that you would like sell a melody to one person and resell it to another, and they would take it, because I definitely would be like, no, I don't want my song to sound like another song.
Yeah.
But
I'm just confused about I definitely do think though that the what's it called, Monster in My Pocket thing, that definitely does sound like it.
Well,
it's just like, I think like a different key or something. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't know music.
That one I was kind of like, okay, but what about that one? But maybe it just didn't get enough traction, so they're like,
which is so weird, because it sounds just like the verse. It's just like someone was playing Monster in My Pocket while they were just like making this beat, fell asleep with it playing or something, and they're like, wait a minute, I like this song, this beat that I just came up with.
It's weird. I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, I don't know, maybe like one day it will come. Well, I feel like it's also like, if the original composers don't care, then I guess, you know,
are they, I was gonna say, like, are they still alive? Well,
oh my God.
I mean, okay, so this is 40 years ago, probably. What year is Monster in My Pocket? I don't know. I don't know if it's like a arcade game or if it's
I'm trying to do
From
math.
what is it from?
I don't even know.
NES. Oh,
So that's like
NES.
80s,
I think
right?
it's like what? Yeah, I think that's like maybe early 90s.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can't be that old. Oh my god, stop making me feel old.
Oh no! Wait, it came out in 1983.
Oh, okay, so that is about 40.
Yeah, so like, I mean,
Dang.
if they were like 50 then, come on.
Hopefully their descendants,
like...
their descendants can collect the check. But yeah, I feel like it's I don't know. It's weird because like again, like I don't know, like, and I feel like that comes with the territory when they're like, you know, using these outside producers or whatever. But I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, I just feel like, and maybe I'm being a bit biased, but when it's like a bigger, more established company, I feel like they know how much they'll get dragged in, how much they'll get sued for if they're caught plagiarizing. So I just imagine that they're super careful about that. So when people jump to conclusions like that, I'm like, well, let's wait and hear them out, because I doubt they're just out here stealing.
But like, how do you find Monster in My Pocket? Like, who's actually thinking about, like, remember that game? Monster in My Pocket? Kind of sounds like that. Like, that's not a popular game. I can understand, like, looking for like Mario or something and being like, wait a minute, that sounds like Mario. We should probably take this back to the studio and fix that up. But Monster in My Pocket, it's like, I gotta find that and think about
that's true
what that is.
Maybe somebody was just like, hey, I remember this from when it was one of those 50-year-olds, and they're like, hey, I remember this from when I was, you know, a young spring pup. It's just like, for some reason, they like dug for it, and they're like, aha! But like, I forget, because I looked in the comment section. I don't know how many people were like talking about it, because there was like, it was like a language I couldn't understand. But there are a couple people with BTS profiles, so I guess people are aware of the fact that like some people are saying that it sounds similar. So maybe they'll address it, maybe they won't. But I guess we'll never know.
As long as no one's suing them.
Yeah. As long as people leave them alone.
Keep your mouth
shut. All right. So moving on to the next topic. So this one was a bit of like a topic where I was kind of I guess you could say it's not really a topic that like I'm trying to discuss, but more of like a topic that branches out into other topics. Does that make any sense? No. Essentially, I was on Netizen Buzz, and they had translated a article. It was like more of like an Instagram article. For some reason, they're really privy to translate articles or like topics or discussions that come from like the equivalent of the Shade Room. They're like Instagram news outlets or whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought this one was pretty interesting. Essentially, the topic of the article or the discussion, the Instagram post, was girl groups that YG and SM will never be able to create again. And so the two groups that were brought up were SNSD and Blackpink. So while, as you can probably guess, a lot of people were like, agreed, SNSD is a 1 in a million group, nobody's touching them, etc., etc., there are a lot of people surprised and debating as whether Blackpink is really a 1 in a lifetime group, or if YG, like, they're a completely like reproducible group given the YG tag. So some of the kind of debate I saw was that as long as YG has Teddy, if they gather like 4 more pretty girls and give them, you know, bad, like not bad, like bad girl, like girl crush music and image, they could probably easily, you know, go toe to toe with Blackpink. But other people said that, you know, even if Blackpink might not be the best performers or X, Y, and Z, whatever critiques you have about them, their individual popularity is very, very, like, it's something very unique. And that is something that people feel that cannot be replicated. And of course, a lot of people brought up their Sunbae group 2NE1. When they first debuted, this is not my words, guys, but I'm just saying what other people were saying. A lot of people were calling them a pretty 2NE1. So they're basically the same, or a lot of people argued worse than 2NE1, but, you know, because they were prettier, it was easier to market them. So I guess my question is, you know, since SNSD, I feel like it's undeniable that a lot of people agree that a group like that can't be replicated. what is you guys' opinion in terms of Blackpink's legacy, whether they're a group that, you know, that YG can replicate the success of, whether their success is an anomaly. And I also want to talk about other groups that you feel would fit this card of groups that's success and popularity, you and just like their style and like, you know, how they're received and things like that can't be replicated. So I guess we can start with the first question. Do you agree that YG will never be able to create a new Blackpink?
No.
You don't agree? So you think they? Oh, wait.
I'm so sorry because they are basically like 2NE1. Like it's like their songs are just sorry, and it's like the same number of girls. It's like they just were like, oh, 2NE1's done. All right, let's just remake 2NE1. Because weren't there? And I feel like YG didn't even intend to do that. I feel like he was probably like, let's make a big group. And then 2NE1 left, and they're like, oh gosh, okay, well, let's just remake 2NE1, and then we can try and do this big group again later on. I don't know. And then that's probably what happened.
I know that for the longest time, there was that whole thing where YG would be like, ooh, like, I want to like, you know, YG has historically been really hard on 2NE1's looks. And so, like, a lot of people, I think it was that he wanted to create a girl group that looked like Girls' Generation, but had music like 2NE1. So to kind of bring the best of both worlds, music that people really, really liked, but then features that people would appreciate and things like that. So I remember a lot of people referred to it as YGGG. Or I think that's just YG's girl group, but like their version of 2NE1. And then, yeah, I don't know if YG said this with their own lips, but I know a lot of the sentiment of Blackpink was that they were upgraded 2NE1 because they were prettier. So just as a basis. Sorry, I kind of interrupt you. Continue, please.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
I mean, I basically was just like, I just think that they basically have the same type of music and the same direction. So it's like if he can already redo 2NE1 kind of, I think he can probably do Blackpink again as another group. Like he's already done it once, can do it again. Popularity, I mean, like, sure, they're popular, but I feel like they could probably do the same thing just because it's just the YG name, and that gets them like a lot of the popularity, and then I guess I know their personality and all their talent gathers the rest. And I feel like there's plenty of people that have personality and talent that's similar or like can contend. So I don't know.
I mean, I think I don't know. Maybe I always feel really defensive against groups that like those like 2015 to 2017 groups that debuted and would get a lot of hate. So I feel like I always have like a soft spot for like Twice, BP, Red Velvet to an extent. I feel like their hate era was a bit shorter because I always feel like people, especially people who are fans of their Sunbae groups, and Twice fans, it was Soans, not Wondergirls fans. But like I feel like they get dogged on so much. So like as much as I love 2NE1, anytime Blackpink and 2NE1 are mentioned in the same sentence, I feel like I like have this instinct to protect Blackpink because I'm just like, y'all are so mean to them. But so my thing is that I definitely think that, you know, a lot of people bring up 2NE1. A lot of people bring up that they just have 2NE1's music with pretty faces. But I always want to be like distinct that the fact that it's not 2NE1's music. And I always like, people always like are like very like about this, but like 2NE1 did not participate in the writing of their songs until the Crush album, which was their like fourth album. Obviously CL, like her side stuff she wrote and stuff like that, but most of that music and the sound was created by Teddy. So I feel really weird when people attribute it to 2NE1 when, like, if we're being honest, they both got Teddy's music. So when people say, oh, it was a 2NE1 song, it was a song made for 2NE1, but it was a Teddy song. And I feel like that's why you can also attribute a lot of 2NE1 songs sounding akin to like early Big Bang because Teddy also had his hands all over that. So I honestly get frustrated when people say, oh, they only got 2NE1 reject songs, blah blah. No, they got songs that Teddy make because he's like the only producer they use. So I always kind of get like, you know, I don't know, that's kind of like a relevant point. But another thing I also wanted to mention is that I do agree that it's just like a mixture of the YG tag, that YG sounding music, and then like their charm. But I have to like put that they're like a really weird anomaly, because if you think about it, like, how come Winner's not as big as them? How come iKON's not as big as them? Like, how come people are so obsessed with them despite the fact that they have 2 songs? Like, I'm not
drama.
Huh? They have
less drama.
They have less drama, but why does Blackpink have more drama when they don't really do anything? Like, why does Blackpink?
No, I mean Blackpink has less drama.
Oh, okay. You mean, okay, that's true.
And
that's
iKON.
true. I feel like then iKON does Winner have drama?
I don't know. They lost like a member. I feel like there's just stuff that happened, and then I don't know. I feel like also it's the timing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when Winner like debuted, it wasn't like international stuff wasn't really a big thing. But I feel like Blackpink came out like around the right time. I feel like Winner was out like what 2-3 years before Blackpink or something. Not even 3. I think it was might have been 2.
I think they were 2014 and Blackpink was 2016. So yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like, I don't know, it might be timing for Winner, and then they lost a member. They didn't even finish that freaking exit or whatever that thing was called. They didn't do all of that. Like, I feel like they had pauses. Yeah, so I feel like there's just management issues with them, and then iKON had drama, a lot of drama.
I agree with the iKON drama thing, but I feel like Blackpink gets a lot of mismanagement too. Like, I feel like we've been promised things like, I mean, it was a whole 2 years before we even got, you know, when Jennie released her solo in 2018, we were promised they would all get solos. We only got Rosé's this year. We still need 2 more. You know, I feel like they have the same caveats, but like, I feel like their fans, I feel like their fans are still willing to wait. And like, even to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, I remember there were so many people that are like, if they keep going this way, they're gonna burn out, nobody's gonna care anymore. And yet that just like never happened. And like, we can say like, yes, brainwashed fans, blah blah, but like, I feel like it is something unique, the way that they're fans, and like a lot of people are obsessed about them. And then I also do agree with the individual, like the way people are obsessed with Jennie and Lisa, and obviously the other members too, but those 2 in particular, it's like, what is even going, like, it's so crazy. So like, I would say, if like, for example, if YG released a group like right now, and I think they're actually releasing a group either this year at the end of or next year, I don't think they would, like, even if they got the same 2NE1 type, or sorry, Teddy type songs, I don't think they would be that popular. Like, it's like the idea.
No, you can't exist at the same time.
Well then, but SNSD existed in the same, well, I guess
not really.
I mean, I just don't understand why that matters.
Because there's a hole and people are looking for something, and then it's like when like they lost 2NE1 and then Blackpink came, and it's like this like similar type of music because of Teddy, and it's like, oh, okay, I'll jump onto that. It's the same, like, it's just a continuation. It's just different faces this time.
I don't know if I believe that. I feel like I do get what you're saying. I get, I get that's true. And I think, like, you know, in the same way, I guess you could say like there was no SNSD when SNSD came along, but I don't know. I just feel like there's something, like, I don't get it either. Like, if you tried to ask me to explain why Blackpink is so popular, I couldn't tell you. But I feel like like sometimes I'm even like confused with not confused, but I even forget how popular they are. And I feel like in terms of like a group that's popular like that, I don't know. I don't think they're like replaceable. I don't know. Like, I would even think that they're like, the obsession with them, and I do agree it is right timing, because I feel like it's weird to even compare 2NE1 to Blackpink, because it's just two different things. It's like when people try to compare Twice and SNSD. It's like when people try to compare Big Bang and BTS. It makes no sense. But I do think that they have carved a little bit of like a legacy moment with them. But maybe I am a little biased, because I feel like what you're saying is right. Like, they did come at a time where we realized that 2NE1 would be not a thing anymore, but at the same time a lot of people hated them because of that, so that could have been their downfall.
But haters are always loud, so I feel like how many haters were there actually?
That's fair.
How many people were excited?
That's fair. I don't know. I don't know. I do think that big three push does help them, don't get me wrong. I feel like people, but I also think like there's a lot of groups that I also think can't be replaced or can't be, redone replicated, that are also in the big three. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sorry.
I think FX couldn't be redone.
They couldn't be redone?
Yeah, FX. I don't know. They're just like, I don't know. It's a bunch of different, I don't know, people.
I think they were very unique.
And the song is, there's, I don't know.
Okay, guys.
But I guess songs is hard to do because like you can give songs to anybody.
That's true. You have to
same song.
Be able to pull it off. Like, even when people were like, oh, like, black, like, because Red Velvet used to get the FX comparisons. I was like, well,
which is so weird.
Yeah, because even if they were given FX songs, it wouldn't sound the same, like, regardless. So, but let's see. Sorry guys, I'm kind of behind. ST said, didn't YG himself call Blackpink just another 2NE1? Like, the man himself pretty much set up the idea.
He's
that
rude.
He was. I don't know if he said that though. Like,
I can imagine he did though.
I could.
He is.
He is shady, but I don't know, because a lot of times stuff get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprising because he hates women. Yeah. But like, yeah,
he also hates everybody in his company.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the guys that he was like, I love this person, and then he's just like, you know what, you're out of the group.
That's true.
Get out of the company. You're not making it. It's just like you were sending him places, making him like a star child, and then you were like, nah, I'm so not feeling terrible. It today.
That's literally so trash. Oh my god, I feel like we can. So many stories. Fortunate says, I would have said 2NE1. Josie says Blackpink for the win. Candy Addicting said, I think CL is a better rapper than Lisa and Jennie, no doubt. I agree. They are like Diet Coke 2NE1. Fortunate says, but I love Blackpink. Mariana says, didn't Blackpink get a song that was originally for 2NE1 too? Yes, but like, it was originally for 2NE1, but that was also the only girl. Like, like, I don't know. I take issue with people saying it was for 2NE1, because yes, it was, but there were also the songs that Teddy was producing for like the girl group that they had, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I agree that like, actually, okay, yeah, I do agree that like definitely Blackpink filled a void that was gone because 2NE1 left. But at the same time, I feel like Blackpink gets weird critiques that 2NE1 doesn't get critiques for. Like, I remember a big thing was that they don't even participate in their music, but like neither did majority of the members of 2NE1. So I think
that's like a new thing though. I feel like that's a thing with like all the BTS stuff and like people like actually being able to do music. And now they're like, oh, they can't do music like my other faves. And it's kind of like just weird.
I mean, I guess that's true. But I think a lot of it, like, even with the, like, CL was a better rapper than Jennie and Lisa. Well, CL didn't write the raps she rapped in 2NE1 songs. Like, a majority of them. Like, I don't want to say all of them because she did, like I said, she participated in the Crush album. I believe she wrote her rap in The Leaders. Like, she did do writing. But, like, some of the biggest 2NE1 hits, she just read what she was given, just like Jennie and Lisa. So I'm sometimes like, why is it such a big idea? And I get it, because CL, I will never sit here and say CL doesn't have stage presence. You will not hear that from me. But I just think it's really, really, I don't know. I'm just like, I feel so protective of them. And I feel protective of 2NE1 too, but I feel like 2NE1 gets a lot of accolades these days. So,
Because we're older and
That's true.
the time has passed and there's nothing you can really say that hasn't been said.
That's oh my god, that's so true. ST says, because SM hasn't even tried to create another SNSD, which that in itself makes them seem even more kind of... That's kind of true. You don't really see a girl group that's marketed in a similar... Yeah. Wow, that is really true. I can't think of one, because aespa, like, if you had to put SM groups and families, I would say there's SHINee, FX. I would even put Super Junior there. Super Junior, FX, SHINee, aespa, Red Velvet, NCT, and then I feel like the only people who are on the other line are like TVXQ and SNSD. That's second gen and on.
I love how... Did you say EXO at all?
Who? EXO would be, funny enough, despite how experimental EXO would, I would put them in the SNSD line, because I feel like it's like the people who are supposed to be mass marketed and mass appeal versus like the more experimental ones. And I feel like there's not another female group they made that falls into that line where they're just like, we want this group to appeal to as many people, we're gonna put them in everything. Like, that is really interesting that they didn't even try to make another SNSD.
That's hard, especially with all those members.
That's true.
It's
hard. Josie says, I love them both. Candy says, I heard YG was envious of SM having pretty girls and wanted a pretty girl group. YG needs help. Like, girl, you're the one who picked them. If you wanted pretty girls, go get them. Like, why would you put 2NE1 through this?
Like, that's all I could get. Oh, he's so annoying.
It was, that's like emotional trauma. LD says, I think Blackpink's success is pretty unique to them. I don't think a new YG girl group would pull the same numbers, especially YouTube views. That's another thing. Like that, again, like, I even don't get, like, Blackpink's popularity sometimes. Like, not in a disrespectful way, but it's just like, gosh, y'all really love them. Like, and I do too, but it's just like really insane. I guess that's maybe like the fact that like for a while they were going toe to toe with BTS for like YouTube views, for like, you know, in like America for like not really toe to toe with BTS for album sales, but they were doing like a lot of crazy things album wise. Is like that's another thing. There's never been a YG group who really moves units like that. So the fact that the first group to really be selling physicals like that was a girl group is so strange to me. You would think like the boy groups would eat them up alive. I mean, YG has always been more of a digital type thing, but I don't know. Like, that's why it's just like, maybe you're right, because it even is a unique situation to YG in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased though.
I also think it helps that they're like an international looking group. Like, they have different people. Like, there's English speakers, there's like different countries. While I feel like the other boy groups are just strictly just Korean.
That's fair.
I think. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
besides Treasure. I think Treasure, is that what they're called? They have Japanese people.
Does Bobby speak English?
Oh wait, yeah, Bobby, yeah. He was, I think he's Canadian or American.
Oh really? I thought he just like was there for a while.
Yeah. I think that's it. Like, he was in that area.
Yeah. Mariana says, I don't really listen to Blackpink myself, but I love the girls, so I kind of agree that there's not going to be a second BP regardless of them getting songs that were meant for other groups. Yeah, and I think it's like, you know, I want to be careful with saying that, like, it's not that I necessarily think that, like, there's never going to be like a group that's really, really successful in YG in the way they are, because like I think in the same way, like SNSD is very successful, but so is Twice, and Twice has even broken some of their records and stuff like that, but like that doesn't change that SNSD is really, really popular. So I feel like just like this new unique obsession with them, and especially the members on the individual basis, I think that's what I'm trying to say about Blackpink, if that makes sense. I don't know. But again, every group is like unique in their own way.
Yeah, and I also feel like during the time of like these other groups, like 2NE1, I feel like you probably say the same thing, where it's like they're not going to be replicated. But then here comes Blackpink, because like I feel like 2NE1 was doing big things for their time period, but then because I feel like I heard their songs on the radio before.
That's true.
Like they were doing things, so then like I feel like it was like they're a big group, like nothing's gonna be like them again. And then Blackpink came, and it was kind of like, okay,
that's true.
Maybe I take that back. I stand corrected.
That's true.
So like, it's like hard to say. Like I want to say that they would never be replicated, but it's like you can say that for any group though. You could still say that for SNSD. So I don't know. I guess it would be hard to replicate them since they've reached such heights. But yeah,
that's true. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to talk about that. And again, what are other groups that you guys think that won't be replicated?
EXO.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mariana said EXO, and I was like, "Is this your burner account, Jas?"
I feel like it would be hard to like do like the 2 boy group thing and then have them combine and actually make it work for a bit, like they did.
That's true. I agree.
Even though some of the members left, we will not discuss that.
One of them is literally. Yeah, I was gonna say one of them is going to jail soon. So
other than them, we will not discuss that.
Oh, okay. Josie says no one can be from SM can be replaced except NCT. Oh my god.
Well, I mean that's their whole concept. So she's right.
They're literally designed to be.
Just spin facts. She was like, "Hold on, it's in their contract. You are designed to be replaced. Are you okay with this?"
I was gonna say you're lucky Andy isn't here because you would have got swung on.
Probably would agree too. Probably like, wait, hold on, I can't. I cannot deny.
I will say no other groups going to like Kara. I agree. There's a lot of second gen girl groups that I think it's just like they really did that. Like I think a lot of times people are like, oh, if you weren't 21 or SNSD in the second gen, you didn't matter. But there are so many groups that were killing it, despite not being those 2 groups. Sistar,
Yeah, I was gonna say Kara. Sistar was gonna be my other thing because I feel like no one's been able to replicate their like Summer Queens thing, even though like some people, like some groups have had like summer hits. It's like they haven't been as consistent or like been able to get that name.
I definitely agree. Tiara, they, it's unfortunately what happened to Tiara, but they definitely were killing it, especially with like their singles, always so catchy. I always thought those were really, really good. But yeah, I really agree with EXO, and that's why I was so unfortunate when BTS got so popular, because I feel like a lot of people were like so desperate to try to like use BTS's popularity to replace EXO's legacy. And I'm like, I mean, yes, BTS, they're huge, they did their thing, but I don't think just because one person got popular that means the other group's legacy gets like erased. Like I feel like they still have firsts, they still have like, and like you said, that whole like EXO I'm XOK, even though that didn't work in the long run, when it did work, it worked swimmingly. So yeah. aespa's kind of like FX and Red Velvet combined.
Kind of see that. Kind of.
I can see that. Yeah. Let's see. Can we show Infinite some love?
I was gonna say, I just saw that. Yes. I don't think they can be replicated. I feel like such a solid group. Solid dancing, solid vocals. Also, 17 I don't think can be replicated again.
Oh yeah,
such a big group, and then they have their little teams, and then I feel like that's so unique, and I feel like that can't be done again. So like, so well done.
I agree.
As them.
I agree. Let's see, what else is everyone saying? Okay, but I was honestly really surprised though in like the BTS moments. What did I say? Like I was surprised like in that Blackpink whole thing. Like I was really surprised that it wasn't just people like trashing them. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, I actually agree. Like I was like, oh, this is like a interesting thing. Like if it was just people saying, oh nope, y'all are delusional, I would have been like, okay, maybe it's not much of a thing here. But I don't know. People are seeing that to be, and maybe their fans just flooded. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah.
Oh, we have VIX. I don't think VIX can be replicated.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of groups that are just like, I think maybe I'm biased, a lot of like second gen and even third gen groups that I feel like, I think A Pink can't be replicated either. Like that smooth transition from like cute you know, they did it for a while to like, you know, not as cute and still being successful.
I was about to be like, isn't G Friend just like A Pink? But I guess they didn't as smoothly make it. They were like trying to do fingertip, and then everyone was like, no, put the skirts back on. Put the skirts, school outfits. I need Nagusa's too.
Top 10 anime portrayals. That was such a mess. Isn't 17 based off Super Junior? I mean, I feel like...
Is it?
I think they're very different.
I thought Super Junior was rotational, or supposed to be like rotational.
I guess maybe if just from a large group aspect, maybe. But I would say like the specifics of how like 17 is like designed, and like the fact that they have like the 3 like thingies and the 3 leaders, I feel like that's very unique.
Yeah. And they're so in sync.
Yeah.
Like, for such a big group, I feel like that's so hard.
It's mad, honestly. It's mad. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so I just want to have that discussion. I'm glad that you guys like brought a lot of groups that deserve, you know, some recognition to the attention. And I think we can move on now. So for the next section, we have the comeback corner. I'll admit I didn't listen to any new songs this week, but there are some updates in terms of like songs that recently or like upcoming songs. So one of them is My Husband Dio. He released a teaser for, I guess, what will be the single for his upcoming album. The single is called Rose, I believe, and yeah, so the teaser, it was just a little teaser. It didn't have much of the song in it, but it did give you like a thing of like a taste of what the vibe's gonna be, at least for that single. So we both got to listen to it. Jas, what was your opinion on the teaser for this?
Not the mood sampler, but the teaser?
Yeah, the teaser. We can talk about the mood sampler though too if you want.
It's very, like, I feel like you already said, like, I don't know if you said it here, but you said it to me before, that it sounds very Jason Mraz, like, very, I want to be a billionaire, like, type of,
yeah.
Like, just like a ukulele, not ukulele, but like little, like a guitar just strumming on a summer day. Like, it seems very chill.
I agree. Very Jason Mrazzy. I'll admit, I was kind of disappointed. The only thing that's holding me over, because, you know, I'm for R&B DO, the only thing that's holding me over, it was those mood samplers. They definitely sounded more R&B. Mood Sampler 3 particularly was very, very up my alley. So I'm hoping that even if this is like, maybe making this the lead single strategic, because they're like, oh, this is what maybe Korea will like, or like, you know, kind of appeal to.
Public friendly.
Yeah, but then like they'll, you know, stuff the R&B album, like the ballads and like the R&B songs in the album for us, because I mean, I enjoy his voice, so I think regardless I'm going to listen to it. But I'll admit, I feel like I don't know, there's just certain songs I'm not very into, and I like Jason Mraz, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know if it's gonna have that same je ne sais quoi. If it's just like a acoustic, bubbly track, I don't know how much I'm gonna be like, you know, replaying that. Sorry, I can't mass stream your album on Spotify, Dio. I'm sorry, I failed you as a stan.
He's coming for you.
He's
already got the ticket. He's got the plane ticket.
All it took was slander. But yeah, so I'm still really excited. I'm not excited in this look he was having in the MV though, because he was looking very 3 years old.
Yeah.
I like this teaser much better. I hate when he has his hair down because he looks too. Stop this, all right? Let him fluff it up.
Dress him in like it kind of looks like a schoolboy outfit.
Yeah, I don't know what that is about.
Like he's riding his bike to school.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, no. The Dio Hive Collective, we did not agree on this. So the stylist
needs to get the growl hair back, or was it Wolf?
When it was red.
The red hair.
That was. Oh, I think it was Wolf. I think it was like that era, around that era.
Yeah, it was like the same time, but like that red hair when he had it like up and like. He needs to get that back. I'm waiting.
Quickly.
He can even do what's it called? Call me baby.
Oh,
that hair was nice.
That was like a fine all kill. Like all of them were fine in that music video. that stylist knew to put her foot into that. Let's see. I'm just seeing like what everyone else is saying. Comebacks. Did A-Pink come back? Oh, you guys are just referencing. You say you're his wife, Jay, but you can't mass stream his song. What kind of partner?
That's why he's coming. He's got the papers.
No.
We're not even married yet, really. I mean, this is figment of your imagination. But we're divorcing right here. Now.
Whatever. I'm about to get that spousal support and live good, y'all. It was all
because it's a figment of your imagination. And it's figment money. So
according to plant. But yeah, I'm really excited. Don't make him look like a 5-year-old SM or I'm revolting. Okay, moving on. The queen, Sumni, she's teasing her new album, and she released some picture teasers for her new album, 1/6, that is set to, be released on August 6th. So I just wanted to show the pictures. I will say, like, it takes a certain person for me to get really excited over teaser pictures. I usually clock in more when the actual like audio, like whether it's like a mood sampler or like one of those compilation samplers or whatever. When I can actually hear something, that's when I actually get hype. But I thought these were like really pretty. So we have the first one. She's looking very retro. She never misses. Like, I don't know, what do you want me to say? Like, she's always giving. But she looks very pretty in this one. And then here's another one. Similar styles.
This gives me Hyuna type of.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Hyuna loves this filter. Like, whatever. Yeah. She loves this filter. But yeah, I'm just really, really excited. I'm sad that it's like I feel like if you want a summer bop, it's got to be released early July, at the least late June, early July. So I'm a bit disappointed that it's so late, but again, I don't know what it sounds like. Maybe it's not intended to be an actual summer bop. But yes, I'm very excited.
There weren't a lot of summer songs, I feel like.
I mean, nothing that really caught my eye. I think most of the stuff that I liked, that I've been listening, were released a bit earlier. Like ASAP by Stacey. That's basically like my song. Even Next Level, it's doing really good on the charts, but I feel like that was released in like what, May? Maybe June?
Yeah, it might have been June.
Let me look it up. I'm not sure. Next Level.
aespa.
But those were the two that I was like, I'm kind of anticipating. Jas, to you, was there anything you were looking out for? Anything you listened to? And honestly, it doesn't even have to be new. Like, if you found like old body, you're like, no. Move it along, girl.
Especially not like within the last week. I just have not listened to anything.
Honestly, same. I've been really into Big Brother, so I haven't had time to listen to too much music.
Oh, you still watching?
No, not the one that Aman showed us, but the newest season. I've been really, really
Is it good?
It's like I don't know, because I feel like I don't know enough about Big Brother to be
I don't know what's happening, so I just stare at it.
You're watching it though?
Honestly, no, I wanted to, but then I kept forgetting, so I might watch it now.
It's very good, and I think that there's another layer of addictiveness, because since they have that 24-hour live feed, it's like you can always get updates because something's always happening. So it's just like, I follow like so many Twitter accounts that are just dedicated to updates. Taeyeon, you remember him from Sequester?
Wait, is he on there?
He's not on it, but there was like this huge rumor that he was going to be on it in the beginning of the season, which was so funny. But he does like...
But you remember Aman was about to be on there, right?
Yeah. Oh, are we allowed to release this? I don't know.
He was not about to be on here. You don't know him anyway. This is not what you're looking for.
I was gonna do Looking to the Light, but that one's even better. These are not the droids you're looking for. But Taeyeon, he does like daily recaps, and they're so good. Like he does one in the AM and the PM, so it's like live, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like this. I can see how people get addicted to it because you're constantly getting information. But I'm gonna jump into chat real quick to see what everyone's saying about the comebacks. Ooh, 6 is coming back. TXT is coming back.
Ooh, 6 is coming back? Hold up.
Honestly, loving them. I did not think I would be like, I mean, I want to say I was a stan, but their music's very good, and they have really good vocalists.
And one of them was YG's face, and he dropped him. Like he was nothing.
Yes.
Actually, 2 of them were.
Oh, really?
2 of them are from YG.
Oh, damn.
And they got kicked off that one show that Treasure was for. I can't remember.
Oh, wow. Lucky them. Talk about a good moment, Lucky. Sadly, K-pop didn't own this summer. I'm trying to think. What were let me go on Melon real quick to see what the bangers this year were. Or currently, I guess. Somebody said something really interesting I saw on Twitter, and they're like, I don't know when BTS plans on releasing an album, but if they don't release an album this year, which is impossible, it might be the first time that somebody else, like, will actually have to consider somebody else for the contendation of...
And yet, what are people doing?
That's true. BTS gave y'all some time. Actually, I think that B album came out like in November, so I feel like they are still eligible. But imagine a world.
I hope that doesn't win. I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's going to. The thing is, when we say this, before anyone kills us, when we say this, it's not because we hate them or anything like that. I just like to shake it up Chicago, you know? Like, it's just would be fun to, you know, have somebody else contend for it.
Like X.
Okay, now you do seem biased.
We're like, all right, back to X now.
Okay, so we have Next Level. What is this from a song? Is this from a the first one is MSG Wannabe. Oh, MSG Wannabe. Oh my god, I'm a flop.
You're like, who is this? I can't.
Listen,
sounds foreign.
My Hangul reading is slipping. All right, let's just all accept that. They have Paraman Boda?
Are so small? I cannot see that.
Oh wait, let me zoom in. So they have that. This song has been killing it for a while. I'm guessing it's part of a drama. Maybe it's not, because I know that they're like historically pretty popular. We have Aespen Lex Level, which is just insane how this song blew up. I will never get over that their second song their second actual single blew up. That's good on them. We have Imunjin, Shinho-din. I'm not familiar with this artist, but it's giving ballad maybe. We have Permission to Dance. We have Butter, and also I'm not sure if this is Zombie Hours. Don't kill me, guys. I'm not sure. We have Weekend by Taeyeon. Oh, that's nice to see it up here.
Hey,
I will say I'll put Weekend by Taeyeon as like a contender for like a good bop this year, because I definitely think it's a really good song. Oh, okay. Hayes put out a new song. Haven't heard this one yet. Hey Pun Yon. Don't know the I should probably translate this, but I want to flex the little Hangul I can read. We have Brave Girl's song, Chitman Baram. It's doing pretty well still. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Dun Dun Dance, Dun Dun. Oh my girl. Have you heard this one?
I think I was supposed to listen to that. I think I wrote that down to listen to and was like, I'll listen to it.
Like it's a homework assignment.
Honestly, it's so bad.
Oh, this was really under the radar for me too. Like I didn't know when they released it, but then I forget how I saw it. I think it was just like, you know how sometimes YouTube plays like a bunch of videos in succession, like a bunch of like hip-hop videos, and it came on. I was like, oh, this is fun. And then I saw it was doing so well. I'm so happy that Oh My Girl was able to take off.
Yeah.
We have Peaches by Justin Bieber. We have Roy.
I'm so tired of Peaches.
I got my Peaches
like, I used
out
to
in
love
Washington.
that. But every morning I turn on the radio to listen to like this morning show, and every time it's Peaches that I'm waking up to. Peaches or Kiss Me More.
Oh gosh, they love that song.
Or actually, and Good For You. I hear Good For You all the time. And that other one that she has,
Deja Vu?
Yeah. Like I'll just be waking up to any of those 4 or 5 songs, and I'll just be like, please give me something new.
Yeah, I feel like US radio loves to just claw into like a couple songs. You're like, you like this and you'll only like this. Please look into the watch. A lot of young love from Love for Big Brother and Taryn. That's so great. I'm so happy so many people watch it. What about Alcohol Free by Twice? That was definitely a summer type song. Thank you for, oh my god, I don't know why I forgot to mention that. I love Alcohol Free.
I thought you were gonna say it. But you didn't say it, so I was like, I guess she hates it. No,
I quite like it. I literally blast it into my cranium every single morning. I love it. I love it. I love Once. Not Once. I love Twice. I definitely think that's a good one. I'm glad that it's hanging on here too, because I know a lot of people are like, ooh, they're getting lukewarm responses, but I think it definitely, like, you know, is doing its thing. Dynamite's here.
Wait, where was Butter?
Butter was like third or fourth. Yeah, so it's the fourth and fifth. Yeah, the fact that an aespa song, like new group, is higher than Butter is in BTS songs.
Next level.
That's really great for them. That's really awesome. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, okay, ASAP. Thank you. This is definitely one of my top summer songs. Let's see. Oh wow, Hello by Joy is up here. Still haven't listened to that album. I'm trash. I'm such a bad. Actually, you're a bad Rebel Love. I'm gonna.
Who is me? Yeah. I listened to this song.
Oh, not me projecting and being wrong. What?
I know. It was like, wait, hold up. I actually listened to that.
Try again.
I made a point to watch.
Oh God. Yeah. So. Oh, okay. This song by La Bombe. This is one of the songs that older songs that rose. Okay, yeah. Savage Love. Okay, so there's a couple songs here. Wow, Lovesick Girls is still there. Maybe this is Zombie Hours. I don't know. Oh my god, look how many likes this has. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm excited. The summer's not necessarily over. Summer actually ends like in September, I think. So, but I feel like if you want a summer bop, it's gotta be like early June. Like mid-June, early July, I feel. But yeah, there's not like super summery bops that are just like, now that is a bop to me at the current time being. But let me jump back into chat. NCT Dream had a comeback to Hot Sauce. Did I listen to Hot Sauce? I listened to the other one.
Hot Sauce was older. Although I was hating on Hot Sauce, I feel like, and I would like to apologize. That song is very good. I listen to it a lot now. That is a good summer song. And that might be my summer song for K-pop.
It was good. It was one of them bop songs. It was a bop. Yeah. One of those songs.
I think I just like the sound that they make. It's like, and they're like hot sauce and
it's one of those songs that people say, like, when you hear it, they're like, NCT just makes noise. But I'm like getting my life. Hello Future was in the
it's definitely noise. But it's very good noise.
2 p.m. also had a comeback. Gosh, is my brain rotting? Why do I forget this?
Listen to that. I forgot about that.
2 p.m.
I was ready to listen to it, and then I didn't.
Come back. I like the music video. Hey Ya Hey. Is that the one?
Yeah. Hey ya, hey ya.
Okay. For a second, I thought that was actually a song. I was like, wait, okay, I know this song.
I mean, isn't that a song? It sounds like a song.
Yeah, but it's not theirs.
It's not theirs.
Andre says, that's why I really stopped listening to US pop radio, because it's literally a repeated playlist. And it got they used to play Pink every other song, and I know we got Pink stans in here. But
you keep saying that, and it's like, I don't hear Pink on the radio.
I mean, it definitely was a moment. Like, it was an era. Probably like,
I think that's when she like had all like her album, when she was like doing like a Blow, One Last Kiss, and the right da 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 da. What's the deal?
Yeah,
like, I feel like we had like all those songs all at the same time, around the same time period, and then that was everywhere. So, but now she's gone, so you won't hear her.
Like, she ran away.
Rodrigo.
She's gone, never to be seen again. So
she's being a mom. She's taking care of her kid.
This is not a coincidence. Yeah, okay, so you guys are reminding me that there was some bops. Maybe I'm just being, you know, just forgetful. Okay, I'll admit this is the best Twice song. They own the summer. I think, okay, what would you say that so far your summer hit was? I would actually say Alcohol Free is my summer hit right now.
Hot sauce.
Oh,
Hot
okay.
sauce in it.
What would you guys say your summer bops are going or are? Yeah, I feel like the pre-summer bops are the ones that are really killing it. Like they have a lot of staying power. But yeah, I would say that Alcohol Free and Permission to Tango would probably be my.
I also say EXO just because I have to.
I forgot they released that. Y'all.
Well, I just added it to my Spotify playlist for 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I was on the plane, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I remember this now, because I stopped listening to it for a bit as well. And then I was like, oh yeah, I do like this
We're
song.
really finna get our XOL stamp cards revoked this instant.
Because I didn't promote, which I mean, I know it's not their fault because like you can't promote with like 3 people.
So, true.
Like, you can
fair.
do. But
that's fair.
Put holograms. SM's doing all these AI stuff. Put some holograms. Work on that.
That'd be so weird.
Bring in Chaniel.
Chaniel, his baby mamas can be back there too if he wants.
They can be backup dancers. Kids. They could be props. I don't know.
Oh gosh. Let's see. A lot of people are saying Alcohol Free, non-K-pop Peaches, K-pop aespa, Next Level, Stacy, ASAP. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be ASAP. Say ASAP. Actually, oopsies. Oh, okay, sorry. A lot of people, you guys are the ones that put me onto ASAP by Stacy. Don't Call Me an Alcohol Free, Summer Bop, Solo Anthem, Dun Dun Dance. A lot of people are saying Dun Dun Dance. All right, so there are a couple summer bops. Maybe they're not as obvious, but there's a lot of bops here. I'm interested in what the end of the year award shows are going to look like, honestly. Maybe it's just because I haven't been paying attention enough, but it just seems like it's like pretty much a toss-up.
Yeah.
All right, so that was it for the comeback corner. Next, we have an update on Christopher Woostifer. So we actually did talk about this last year. I love saying last year when I don't mean that. What is wrong with me? I love that my brain's rotting. So yes, we did talk about last week, actually last episode. Last episode, we talked about the allegations that one Kris Wu has been undergoing for the past couple days. So if you guys don't know, Kris Wu, the reason why he's relevant to this podcast is because he actually used to be a part of XOM before he left in, when was it, 2015, 14? 14. And since then he's been really active in China. He's done like some Chinese albums in English language stuff and things like that. He's done a lot of acting, but recently he's been in kind of hot water because he was accused of predatory behavior, and so we went over that a little bit last week, but just for a recap, a 19-year-old college student named Meizhu, sorry guys, I'm trying my best, came forward with some detailed allegations against Kris. Basically these allegations, she talked about how Kris Wu had assaulted her while they were on a date, and also he basically preyed on younger girls by promising them being like, oh, I could set up your career, I could do, basically promise them stardom. She also elaborated in an interview with Chinese outlet NetEase Entertainment. She alleged that Kris Wu gave her $77,000. Yes. Because to retract the accusation she made. However, that since she's returned she took the money, but then she turned it to pursue legal action. And since Do went public, more women have come out with similar stories, she said. So, you know, a bunch of people are coming forward that Kris has been really, really predatory. Now, he did deny these accusations. And in terms of the young woman, he said, I only met this woman once on December 5th, 2020, while with a group of friends. I declare I've never done anything like that. Like selecting concubines, oh god, coercing women into sex, drugging people, you know, and assaulting them, or engaging with underage girls. He also said, if there really had been this behavior, I would certainly be willingly to go to jail. So since then, one of the biggest updates is that despite him denying it, and saying that he had nothing to do with this, or this girl's like, you know, talking out of like is lying, he has been dropped by a lot of major brands that he was advertising for. So some of those brands include Lancome, Porsche, Bulgari, Vadi, Kiehl's, which is a skincare line that I actually really love, so go ahead, Kiehl's. Tuborg, have hidden posts featuring the entertainer or dropped him. Louis Vuitton temporarily removed their posts featuring him, but later reinstated them. Chinese companies have done the same, starting from makeup brand Cons and followed by Tencent. Detergent company Libai, music streaming Yunting, and video game King of Glory. It looks like,
I said, dang.
Yeah, I know. They're like, girl, you're not about to be here. Like, he's really... So, I mean, this is not really much of a discussion point, but more of like a situation where it seems like this is really becoming a thing. Like, yeah. When we reported on it, I kind of was like, okay, it seems like picking up steam. This is interesting. But he's trended multiple times worldwide on Twitter since this story, like, first hit. So... jail. Like, I don't know.
That's it.
Like,
end of story.
I mean, pretty much. Not the locks for jail. Let's start that. Every time we have to throw somebody in jail. Lock him up. I mean, it's really sad. Like, if this is what he's doing. I'm gonna say alleged because I don't want him to sue me too. But like, gross. Like, the fact that you're using your power. Like, I don't get these famous guys. Just date women your age. I'm sure they'd be happy to date you. Like, why prey and take advantage of underage girl? Exactly. Like, not me, but like somebody.
I mean, weren't you? I thought you were.
Okay, moving on.
In that style. You know? You're right here putting his lip gloss on.
No, I don't.
You're like, ooh.
I don't recall. I plead the 5th and the 6th and maybe the 7th if possible. No, but I'm just like, it just makes me really, really mad because it's like, why take advantage of these girls? Why promise them all this stuff? Why even do this? And like, it just is really sick because, you know, right now it's alleged, but if we, you know, a lot of people have come out and like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, if you know you did this and you're just saying like I didn't because you're trying to save your butt, just take not even take the L because it's a lot more serious than the L. Just go to jail. Like, we don't need you to string this along in China because it's already out there. Lancome is already dropping you, you know.
Everyone's dropping.
Exactly. Like, everyone. I mean, I would hope like, and again, I guess you always have to do this because it's alleged. Like, you know, if the girl's lying or anyone's lying or whatever, I would hope they would know that that's a stupid thing to do. But I don't know. I'm just very inclined to believe this because the story is just like such a tried and true story in the like entertainment industry. Like, you know, very successful person uses the fact that they have influence to lure younger girls. But what is it with men and underage women? Weird. Like, what the heck? Yeah. Oh. God, it's disgusting. Like, because I just don't understand why you would lie about this. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, he's claiming it's not true. He was so specific. He was like, I only met this woman on December 5th, 2020, 3:32 p.m. We were both at the McDonald's. But like, it's like, girl, what? This sounds too. That alibi's too good. I'm kind of worried. But yeah, I don't know. It's a mess. I hope it gets sorted out and everyone who deserves justice gets it. Because I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
mess. Who would have
it's
thought?
such a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. Who would have thought? Not me. Yuno's promoting again. Honestly, you remember when he was he got in trouble for
Oh,
yeah.
for being forgot. Was he just somewhere?
So
wasn't he just somewhere without a mask or something? I don't even know.
it started that he was evading like curfew, but then it like snowballed into like people were saying that was just a cover up, and he was at some like shady salon or something, not hair salon, but like I don't know, like type of. Let me make sure I get my facts right. Let me not do this.
Like what is I can't remember the word. Brothel? There we go.
Oh, was it brothel?
I don't know.
Maybe it's in the Wikipedia. Scandals.
Wikipedia. It's got everything.
I'm kind of hope because I don't want to have to go through like a soupy article. I mean, that whole thing really confused me because it was like one side people are like, oh, people are just trying to blow it out of proportion, and then another side it's like, no, SM's trying to cover it up. And I was very, very confused and very, very scared. Okay, SM Entertainment. So there was a report that tried to flee from police after violating social regulations, and he was investigated for it. Social distance regulations, and he investigated for it. Let me real quick.
Social distance regulations, like you can get arrested.
I mean, I guess if you flee,
what are you doing? Oh, but like, what are you doing? What is?
I don't know. I feel like somebody was saying like there was like murmurs that it was deeper than that, but then there was like, oh, well, are people just making that up or whatever? But I guess he was investigated. SM Entertainment has released a statement in response to reports about TVXQ on March 9th. TVXQ's Yunho on March 9th, it was reported that Yunho was being investigated by the police for staying at a restaurant in Gangnam until approximately 12 a.m. KST on an evening in late February. According to the current social distancing regulations in Seoul, restaurant operations only allowed until 10 p.m. KST, and customers are required to leave before then. Both SM Entertainment and Yunho issued apologies. NBC News Desk then released a report on March 12th in which it said that when the police had arrived on the scene, Yunho had attempted to flee, and the people he was with had gotten into a physical fight with the police in order to aid him. The report also described the venue as an illegal adult entertainment establishment that only members can enter. It said that Yunho had been drinking until midnight with 3 acquaintances and a female employee. It was reported that the police are considering plans to book the people who are with Yunho on suspicion of obstruction of the performance of official duties. That day, Yunho's agency released... Okay, so it seems like... I guess it was an adult entertainment facility, but it wasn't like a legal one. I don't know if there's a legal one. I don't know.
Like strippers, but like not legal.
Maybe
what does it even mean?
Adult
what are you doing?
Strippers? I don't know. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's weird.
We're too innocent to understand. But yeah, so I guess it was that, and they were like, nah, he was just okay, so all did was go to the location that his friend told him to come to after his friend contacted. Okay. So I guess SM was like, he did not follow the rules, but like he was just told to come there. I guess he wasn't a member, like this NBC News Desk people are saying. Okay, well, good for him.
Shady.
you think it's a lie?
I don't know. I mean, possibly. I don't know. I feel like they have enough power to do that, but like I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, me either. I want SM to sue me too. Now he's gonna beat me. What is he? He's gonna kick my butt.
My butt. That's so messy.
All right. So what do we have next up on the docket? So yes, Kris Wu is going to jail. Period. Okay.
Kris Wu is China's Bill Cosby.
Oh my god! But true.
Hopefully not completely, because Bill Cosby's out here.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's back. Menace to society. What a mess.
I mean, I don't think he can do anything. He's like, what, 80?
Menace 90? To society in the 70s. Right? That was when he did it? Yeah.
Probably 70s, 80s, 90s. His prime.
What a mess. All right, so moving on, we have a story about Ushum Entertainment. So, we know, as some of you guys already know, SM Entertainment has kind of had like, don't get me wrong, Sasaengs, you know, those overbearing, invasive fans are a problem for a lot of idols, but it's kind of been like notorious that they've been really, really bad in terms of SM, like in terms of like SM, like artists. You had like the incident where, you know, like basically choked on glue, which might have been an auntie. I forget how that story goes. You had when like Taeyeon was almost kidnapped off the stage when Girls' Generation was performing Hoot.
Forgot about that.
I was scary.
No. What even? How?
I don't like how exactly. How did you get there? And then you have the countless stories upon stories of fans putting hidden cameras in EXO's hotels, taking multiple times. Like I can think of multiple times that happened for Luhan. It happens for Suho. You know,
you remember that one set? I don't even know if she was a Sasaeng or whatever, but like the person that threw rocks at freaking Changmin from TVXQ.
What? Why?
When he was like at the airport, I don't know. They were just like, I'm gonna throw some rocks at him or something, like a bag of rocks or something, and it hit him in the head, and it was like, what the heck?
What is going on?
Is this? What are y'all doing?
What is going on? What the heck? Some people just need jail. Like, just go. Like, collect 200 and go. But yeah, so they've always had like this really bad, you know, problem with Sasaengs. And I think what's particularly stood out with SM, also how like, you know, I remember Baekhyun showing, he got in trouble because he showed us the number. Oh my god, that was literally the worst. Whatever. But like particularly though, I feel like SM gets a lot of flack because people feel like they don't do enough. Like they don't do enough to protect their idols. Like it's kind of been like notorious that they don't do enough. I don't know if they're the ones who started like the suing online hate comments. Like I remember, I don't know if they were the first companies to start doing that really.
Sure. But they were, I feel like, in the first ones though.
Yeah, I think so, because I remember people like SM caring about their idol's well-being. This is the first, but even that's a bit different than Sasaengs. But yeah, historically people are like SM's not doing enough. A lot of people felt it was because while like a Sasaeng is a very, you know, specific thing, you know, a lot of people felt that it was because SM felt that these Sasaengs probably also give a lot of money to the group, so that's why they don't want to discourage the behavior. You know, whatever it may be, a lot of people felt that SM is just not doing enough, especially for the amount that their particular idols get, you know, harassed by these Sasaengs. So, you know, it seems like they're turning over a new leaf, because on July 16th, SM Entertainment released an official statement regarding the intolerable, incessant violation of artists' rights and privacies by their Sasaengs. So this article is coming from Sunmi, by the way. So up until now, like I mentioned, SM Entertainment has maintained a more or less neutral attitude towards Sasaeng behavior against their labels artists. You know, there's, like we said, there's a gambit of like different situations where you can pinpoint SM artists being harassed by Sasaengs. But they decided that they no longer continue this, and they released an announcement basically talking about how they're going to take stricter legal action and give more harsher punishments to anyone who violates their artist's privacy. So I think I'm just going to skim the statement. Here's the statement here. This is the statement reads, "This is SM Entertainment. We would like to express our position regarding the continuing illegal acts such as serious invasion of privacy and defamation of our artists. Through cooperation of the fans and internal monitoring, we are currently filing criminal complaints against artists for defaming or insulting artists. Oh, I guess Sasaengs for defaming or insulting artists by positioning and distributing malicious slander and malicious rumors about the artist online, such as portal sites, SNS, and communities. We are continuing to respond strongly. Excessive invasion of privacy by so-called Sasaengs towards our artists will no longer be condoned and will be dealt with strictly." It is 2021. There's artists under SM who have been active for 20 years. Why is this only happening now? Like, we're finally taking a stand. Hello, 30 years too late. Love us. Like, what? That is so strange. Jail? Parole? Probation?
Probably new management, honestly.
Maybe, yeah. Honestly, that's probably true.
Someone was like, all right, I'm in charge now. I've been seeing what y'all doing. Trash. fudge are we doing here? We had this power. Like, and now we were just like, oh, but they're gonna give us money. It's like other people will give us money
that aren't crazy. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
That just like really annoys me. But continuing on, the act of following an artist for a long period of time using a Sasaeng taxi, or following artists who is serving in the military to and from their military service place, finding out the residence and breaking into an indoor or parking lot, or unilaterally using a method where the sender is unknown due to reckless stalking behaviors of Sasaengs, such as sending parcels not only the artist to the artist, but also his family, acquaintances, and neighbors are suffering serious mental and material damage. So yeah, it's just like kind of like a statement that they're gonna do a lot more to protect, and they kind of just their artists, and they kind of just outline some of like the past Sasaeng behavior. So again, it's like, yeah, good for you, but you're 51 years too late, quite frankly. You know, like I said, SM artists have some of the worst stories when it comes to Sasaengs. And things that like we're very privy, like there's horrible things that we're privy to. Like imagine the stuff that never really gets out.
It released. Yeah.
It's very, very crazy. But I mean, I guess I'm glad that they're doing something now. But it's just like it's a mess. It's a mess. And, you know, I'm glad that they're taking like malicious comments seriously too. I actually love the fact in Korea you can sue for hate comments. Like, I don't know. You could probably do that in the US, but I don't know how effective it would, because I will say I hate the fact that people just think just because somebody's famous you can like literally say the most disgusting stuff about them and think there's not about to be any repercussions, because it's like that stuff can still, you might be one person, you might think, well, they get hundreds of comments, but that stuff can still kill. Like,
yeah, but you could probably do that here, but I feel like you probably have to know who the person is.
True.
And I feel like here you can hide behind so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to tell.
Yeah, but I always hate that kind of mentality, because people are just like, well, you have to suck it up because you're famous. I'm just like, why? If I ever became famous, I would be like, all right, here's my daily going on Twitter, searching my name to sue these people.
Like writing their names, like, all right, I'm gonna add you. And you know what? You're already on here yesterday. I'm going to double sue you. I don't know how that's going to work, but you better get the money.
Like a shopping wish list. You and right click save. You can if it's libel or defamation. But my thing is like they can sue like people who are just like commenting, right? Like that. Like I feel like you can like they'll help you find their IP addresses and stuff. Like I feel like that would be a bit more hard in the US, because if it's like, you know, if like I don't know, like Tory Lanez is slandering me, I can be like, all right, you're going to jail like you should have.
This is for Megan.
But yeah, it's a mess. Remember someone tried to sell Dio's boxer shorts? Now I already apologized for that. No, just kidding.
Honestly, it was her. It was her. Please.
No, stop! No, stop! I was kidding. No, I was kidding. That was gross. I'm sorry, guys. Erase that. Look into the light. There we go. All right. Anyway,
these are not the boxes you're looking for.
This is not the podcast you're looking for. But that's gross. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, remember when 2PM got a period blood?
Yeah, I was just looking at that one and I was like, I totally forgot about that. And rightfully so, because what do people expect when they do these things? They're like, all right, they're gonna keep it. Like, what do you think's like going through their head when they read this? Like, they're gonna be like, wow, I must case this because this is my my top fan. Her blood. Let alone her period blood. Like, I must.
I want to die. Oh my god.
Like, what?
That's so disgusting. I feel like by then you're so far gone that you're just like, I don't even care. The fact that like he will see something that comes out of me or something that intimate of me, that's all that matters. Remember when somebody tweeted Yoongi a nude and people went because they tweeted BTS a nude, I think. And I was like, This is why I can't be
Like
famous,
Cupcake?
y'all.
Is this Cupcake?
Oh my, not Cupcake! She said Jungkook was fine. Y'all were like, ah! Actually, I forget what she said. Wasn't she like...
No, she said, I will do
okay.
explicit stuff to Jungkook.
That was pretty wild. Oh, man.
But, I mean, they're like the same age, so it was like...
I think that was the thing. People were like, yeah, you old lady. It's like, but they were both born in 1997. I don't... But people... I feel like the people who, like, gave it, like, attention made it bigger than it actually was.
Yeah.
Because Cupcake is famous, but she's not, like, BTS famous. So, yeah. So, it was just... But that was a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, that's good. Let me get my NordVPN, my VPN ready.
ExpressVPN.
Express
not a sponsor.
But if y'all want to, by all means, they DM'd. Wait, I think they just added them because I don't think you could DM BTS. I think they added that Yoongi and New. They're like, Yoongi, this is for you. I didn't see it. Thank goodness. The Lord is on my side with that one because, you know, it was bad enough that I knew about the period blood thing, but good thing I didn't see that dude.
I didn't see it yet.
But that was a mess. That was a mess. But yeah, so it's good that SM's actually taking Sasaengs seriously and finally protecting their artists like they should have done 53 years ago. So that is it for all my topics I had today. So I think now I'm going to open the floor to you guys. What is some things that tickled your fancy this week? I did see somebody mention that apparently Successica, we like to call her here, she liked an OT9 photo. So impending SNSD OT9 comeback.
SM would never. SM's like, you're gone. That's it. I don't know what. Who are you, Jennifer? Like what? Who?
Imagine they're like, I don't know who that is. The building's looking at its nails.
Jessica. I don't know who Jessica is.
I mean, I would. Okay, so. Again, we don't know what actually happened in the sense that we don't know who's just like, Jessica, I can never forgive you. But when Taeyeon decided to kick her out, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do me. You know I'm kidding.
I thought you were in the loop.
That's
this
true.
Might be real, guys.
My 2 years as a trainee. No, okay, but y'all know we can joke here. I'm joking. All right. No, it was that Sam. Let's just leave it there. But I always wonder because at this point, it's been 7 years since she was kicked out. I don't know. Yeah, she was kicked out 2014. I don't know.
All right, cancel everything. It's over.
Reset.
The world's ending tomorrow.
Reset.
7 years? Like, what?
It's been a bit of a while. And, like, you know, it's always been the notion that obviously not all of them are mad at her. Not all of them thought it was, like, an unforgivable thing. A lot of it was probably just optics because it's like, well, they're going through this, like, really big schism. Even if you are cool with her, it wouldn't be appropriate to mention her or talk about her or reach out to her. But now, like, SNSD, you know, they're not as active as a group anymore. You know, some of the members aren't even under SM Entertainment anymore. They haven't had a proper comeback in a while. It's like, is it something that they would still like hold a grudge against? Who knows? But I mean, I would think that, like, you know, as time goes on, I mean, I'm joking about the OT9 comeback, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing, you know, some of the members that were like actually friends with her. And I mean that in a not a shady way. Like, you know, the ones that are like, because you're not going to be friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Don't do me. But yeah, I wonder if they're going to be, you know, be like, you know, we'll see Sooyoung and Jessica like kikiing at brunch before we know it. Do you think, well, I was going to say, do you think we'll see a similar thing with Luha and Tao and Kris? But I don't think they can visit Kris from jail.
Well, they did their reunion.
No. But with the EXO members, like, are we gonna get Lumin? Was it Shuhan?
I only care about. Yeah, I was gonna say I only care about Shuhan, and I would love to see. Actually, I would just like Luhan. I just want him to come back.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Tao can. I'm kidding. Let's go. Tao can come back. I miss Tao's rapping because I feel like, honestly, he was the best rapper. So.
Really? Like, period?
Oh, yeah. And not in EXO.
Oh, okay.
No, not the best rapper all the time.
Wow. Chenyel. Wow, you're doing Chenyel Diary.
I'm sorry. Like, what was that? Transformer?
Oh,
like we
you slow down.
When he did that rap, I was like, this is it. And then I listened to Chanel's version, I was like, this is it. But like,
to a lesser extent,
I'm gonna go back to the to the Mandarin version because that was it.
But like, to be fair, you were a Mandarin, you were an XOM version girl because of.
But I listened to both. Like I like what was it? She's my baby. That song. I prefer the Korean version of that. I will not listen to this like the Mandarin version of that ever. But like it's like I'll flip flop.
That's fair. Okay. But yeah, I definitely think he killed it. I was really surprised when I was like, "Uh-oh, you slow down."
And then he left after that, and I was like, "Trash." How dare you? How dare you drop that? You drop the mic and then leave, and now come back.
He said, "I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm effing sick of it." Oh,
into the thick of it. Oh,
you. What is it? We are traveling more through the woods.
She said my mom was about to kill me because I was like singing that every day for no reason.
It's so
with no
good.
Context.
It's so good.
I used to hate that though. Like, ugh.
What? That's about.
Like when it first came out, I was like, on TikTok, I was like, "This is what we're doing. This is the next meme that you guys decided." And then after a while, I was like, "You know what? I get it.
It's good."
Especially that I'm effing sick of it.
Oh,
I was like, you got me back.
That was so funny.
You done did it.
Andre says, I just want somebody to spill what happened. I thought Tiffany would, of all people, because Jess is her BFF. I mean, hopefully. I feel like maybe as long as she's affiliated, because even though Tiffany is somebody who's not still currently under SM, I feel like they still have that deal that if like SNSD ever comes together, like, I don't know, I guess it has to get like a point where I really don't know, because I agree. I think if they're gonna do it now, I mean, it's been so long, you know, some of them aren't under the, you know, thumb of SM anymore, like, but maybe they feel like it will re-incite some mess and they just don't want that smoke. Because what if whatever it is makes Jessica look innocent, and then we have like a TR, because a lot of people hated SNSD, but a lot of people hated Jessica, and you know, SNSD was the bigger force, so I feel like a lot of people are like, let's just sun this girl, although, you know, she still does stuff. I follow her little cute YouTube she has, but like then it will be like a TR thing where it's just like, oh, we got it wrong, so because of that we have to be really mean to the people that we weren't mean enough to before, you know, or vice versa. So maybe they just don't want to bring that. Adize says Jazz, same about Tao. Listen, Tao slander will not be tolerated. Actually, I don't know how.
Slander. It was like, it was praise, and then, you know, he left, which was rude.
And he didn't say sorry, which was ruder.
Yeah, exactly.
Alba says, if there's an OT9 SNSD, scandal aside, J Park and 2 p.m. I would like to also see what happens there, like if they ever will come together. Because I remember they pretty much were just like, who's J Park? What? Okay, anyway. Like, they really just were
especially
like,
now, though. I feel like it doesn't he keep getting in trouble or something?
Yeah, that's true. They're gonna, like,
I feel like it's really not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know, because maybe Yugyeom and J-Bum, now that they're both under, you know, some semblance of...
JB's also under?
JB's, I think he's under Higher Ground, which is J Park's label. Higher Music? Higher Music.
Wow.
Let me see. JB Higher... Yeah, Higher Music, which is
wow.
I think... Yeah. Which is J Park's label. And then Yugyeom's under AOMG, so...
It seems kind of shady.
Oh, they were like, okay, JYP, bet. Bye. What do you think this was?
What even? That's very shady.
What you think this is? Like, Jess ain't put out music in some time, so just let her back in. Imagine. She's like, listen, I need something to sing. As some producers, help me out here. But yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see in a couple years. That's why I wish things like Strong Heart still existed, because I remember I loved Strong Heart because like the older idols that maybe were like idols in like the early 90s or whatever, they would just spill all the gossip, and I was like, I can't wait till the idols that I stand now and like to watch now get to that age where they just don't care and they start spill. We'll finally understand why J Park was kicked out at 2 p.m., why SNSD or Jessica was kicked out of, removed from SNSD. You know, we'll understand. But yeah,
I want the EXO like stuff. I really just want to know what went down, like how they found out, all that stuff. Honestly, SM should make a movie on it, because I feel like they would make so much money. Like if they were on, if they're only in it for the like money, so much money in that. Especially, well, they missed their chance for the highest payment, because I feel like as soon as they left, if they made a movie on that, the amount of money that they would have made. So much.
That's true.
Because like it would be like the height of their like career. Like the people left, and people would be like, they're already questioning like, why did they leave? Like, what happened? They just made a movie.
That would be real funny. But I feel like wouldn't that be a point towards like Kris, Tao, and Luhan?
I don't know. I feel like they would have to. I would want to just know what the members felt, not really what happened. They can get away with that, like not doing that, and I'd rather just hear like the members' side.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I feel like, and that's fair because they're allowed to speak about it. But I feel like SM would never, because they love keeping things under wrap. Although, I think, like, in retrospect, it's wild to think about now. But isn't it crazy how, like, what was it? Like, Suho was basically like, when Kris left, he was like, you better get your butt back here. Like, he publicly made an announcement. He's like, what are you doing, sis? Come back. You're being crazy right now. And it was like a very public, like, I think it was like on Instagram. I remember. Let me make sure I remember right. Suho speaks out about Kris Wu leaving
Suho.
exile. He was like, girl, what? Girl, what? Girl.
Where was the discussion?
He was like,
you're leaving.
Girl, I'm the leader. Like, Sarang Haja, what are you doing? Like,
we are one. What is this?
I could see Suho being like that. He's like, oh my God, what did you say Kris did? Sarang Haja, don't make me get on him. Like, he probably was mean. Suho speaks out about Kris, or Suho asks Kris not to leave. I swear. No, was it Luza? Suho comments on Kris's suit against SM, calls his actions irresponsible. Okay, this was it. I think this was it. Hold on.
Irresponsible?
He was like, listen, I want to be me. Because when I saw Sarang Haja, I Sarang Haja hard. Hold on. Maybe this is wrong though. Okay, let's see. EXO Suho gives his 2 cents. So this is an article from 2014. May 15th, 2014. EXO Suho gave his 2 cents on Kris' request to nullify his contracting lawsuit against SM Entertainment, becoming the first member to speak on the issue. Osun met up with EXO-K in the Mnet Countdown waiting room backstage after their performance of Overdose on May 15th. On May 15th show, and Suho spoke up about the recent developments involving fellow member Kris. He told the media outlet, all the members had a conversation. We don't understand Kris's action at all. Everyone was caught off guard and has mixed feelings. The media outlet states that Suho continued, I think Kris's actions are irresponsible and show that he's not thinking about EXO at all. Our members and agency have no issues. What Kris needs to do right now is take back the lawsuit and apologize to the members in the company. In addition to the comments, backstage, off camera, there's also speculation that Suho's comments said on the Mnet countdown stage after EXO's win with Overdose are in reference to Kris and his lawsuit. Receiving the trophy, he said, "Thank you for the big award. Thank you to all the people who love us. It's Teachers Day, so I want to thank Lee Suman, Sanseng Nim. We won't forget this blessing. I seriously love the EXO members. Our motto is we are one, and like the motto says, we'll become an EXO that think about EXO and our fans instead of our individuals." He basically
at the end of the day, SM's PR wrote this and sent this on his behalf. Because what is this? What kind of commercial?
He was like, "We're gonna sarang haja, Kris, you ain't shit.
We are one. That is our motto. Buy our album. We just released Overdose.
No, buy our album.
There is a Korean one, and if you understand Mandarin, there is that for you as well.
We have options.
Bye.
Oh god. Honestly, I'm surprised that they let him even say that. Like, isn't that crazy?
I don't think that's him. I swear that's
so. He had an earpiece.
I swear he said some of it, and then they're like, "All right, so you also feel this way, right? Like, let's embellish on this person."
And he was like, okay. But he was coming out. He was like, "Kris, you ain't shit. You crusty. You a coward. Pull up, though." Like, that's kind of hard. Honestly,
none of our members even agree with you. So.
I mean,
how you feel about that?
He had the earpiece. He was like, "You are irresponsible, Sarang Haja." How many times do y'all want me to say that?
He's like, "I met with the group about this, and they also." I swear, Luhan came in here and he was like, "I kind of want to follow in on this." I had to talk him off the ledge.
This is such a
total opposite.
Poor Suho, because Suho looks stressed anyway. Like, he always was looking stressed. So imagine, like, he was like, "Oh God, Lord, please, please, like, not me." Because how long did Suho train? He's one of those trainees that trained for a long time.
Oh yeah,
right?
he was like there like the longest. I feel like.
So he was like, "Lord, I just done like debuted a couple years ago. Don't do this to me, no." Leanne says, "Oh, hey, Leanne." Leanne says their PR was like, "Okay, Suho, here's a list of buzzwords that you need to include in your rants."
Yep.
Kris
and they probably took it like, "You're not using enough."
3 more Sarang Hajas, 2 more We Are Ones. Please, we're trying to make a point. Kris was gonna pull up, but instead he pulled up to a high school parking lot. Y'all are out of pocket this evening. You're out of pocket, Allah. You're out of pocket. Oh God.
Oh no.
Andre says, "Damn," and I thought it was sad that he was the only one accepting that win when this was happening. But the shade, though, like this is some hard. Remember when Lay gave that really, really heated speech when they won?
I kind of do, like when he was like, I can't. I don't want to say because I don't want to get it wrong.
I forget which, but they won Album of the Year.
It was like after Tao left, right?
It was no. I'm talking about the one.
No.
Was it? I don't think it was related to.
It might have been after Luhan left.
I think it was definitely after both of them were gone. But it was like into relation. It was in relation where like. It was when BTS started getting popular and people thought they were going to win Album of the Year, but then EXO won, and then LA was like, "And another thing, y'all really thought that somebody was going to come take our award?" Like, he was screaming, like, he was literally like, well, he wasn't screaming, but he was like, like, he was like going hard, like, he was like, "And another thing," like, it was really hard, and people were like, "Dang," he was like heated, and people were like, "Oh, it's because like, you know, people were talking about, you know, crap about EXO because they're like, oh, they're falling off, BTS is about to snatch your thing," and he was going hard. That reminds me of this. I want to watch this.
And then he jumped ship. For how many?
He was like, okay, that being said, I'm going to move to China right now.
Yeah.
I will never see you again.
I'll buy my new album.
Buy my old album.
I'll be released.
Ooh, Somi's coming back. Ooh, wow. It's been a minute since Somi.
Didn't she get back last year?
If she did,
my voice like cracked.
Puberty. Second puberty.
What do you think?
Let's see what Miss Jun Somi has been up to. It's crazy that like she's like not a baby anymore.
Wait, she's like, oh wait,
she's 20.
She's like 20.
Yeah.
Ew. Get me out of here.
Oh, she did come back last year. I know what this song sounds like. This "What Are You Waiting For" sounds like. But I want to say, "What are you waiting for?" But that's not.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
That's not how that sounds. Y'all, you know what? Now that we're talking about Somi, let me be a shooter for Somi right now. Birthday was good, and y'all are mean. All y'all who bashed it.
Did people not like Birthday?
Yeah. Oh my God, they dragged her for filth, especially because I think she debuted around the time ITZY debuted.
Oh yeah, she did.
And so people were like, let's see if it was worth it. And then they were clowning her because they're like, oh, ITZY's songs were better. You made a mistake. Yeah. Which I never got, because it's like, if she didn't want to be in a group, she didn't want to be in a group. Like, there's no mistake about it, because it's not about whether Somi's already famous. Like, I don't think people understand. Yeah. Even if she's not like the biggest artist ever, she like, you know, she had a point in time where she was by herself getting like CFs right, left and right. She was the face of IOI, one of the biggest girl groups, one of the, you know, most iconic ones to come out of the Produce 101 scam. But like, you know, if she didn't want to be in a group, she didn't want to be in a group. I really hated that people tried to like make a fool out of her. Shooters for Somi. Nah, Birthday was meh. Leanne, hit Fellation with a band. No, just kidding. I'm okay with no, it was good. Like, it was my birthday. Oops. When I say oops, you're not gonna. Oops, you're not gonna.
Oh yeah.
I love that song.
I couldn't remember how it sounded for a second.
It was very
just like, oh, anything.
It was very abstract. It didn't really sell a lot.
It was very Teddy.
Oh yeah, she is under a subsidiary.
Black label.
Like, it was my birthday. Okay. It got 22 on the Gaon, 18 on... Honestly, I'm not a charts girl anymore. I don't really know what the charts mean. I'm too old. Like, it was my birthday. I agree that it wasn't like the best song, and I think it's hard because not only is it Somi coming out with like her first like solo venture, she left JYP. A lot of people were critical because it was already mistakes, so there was a lot of interest riding on this. So I can agree that like it wasn't like, you know, oh my god, but like I thought it was good. I feel like a lot of people acted like it was so bad, but I thought it was catchy. Yeah. She was cute, you know. It was okay. Well, it kind of had that tired ass Teddy formula, but it was still catchy. Maybe I'm just being like a stan, because there's some people I just cannot slander. It's very hard for me to slander. Well, I won't slander, but like I can't. I'm very nice about everything I say to them. Like, I'm biased. There you go. I'll admit it. I'm biased. But also, I don't care that much. But yeah, but the thing is, like, okay, like, we're an EXO. We're an EXO. We're EXO-Ls. Sasaengs. But like, if EXO releases a bad song, we're gonna be like, this is bad.
Would I be like that?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're not, I don't think you're like that. Yeah. I feel like we have our head, like, we're not, but at the same time, I don't think I'd be like, well, no, I don't know. I feel like if people try to personally attack EXO, like, I'm like, okay, enough. But like, if somebody's like, this song sucks, I'm like, it probably did. I don't know what to tell you. Like, be yourself. Girls, be ambitious. Anyway.
I do force myself to listen to songs, though, sometimes.
Like, what song?
And when I'm like Coco Bop, it was not my jam at first, but I like, you know what? It's there.
That's
like, it's all right now.
There's a little bit of brainwashingness. I don't think I used to do. I don't think I ever had to do that for EXO song. Like Kpop definitely wasn't something that I listened to a lot, but I was just like, it's so weird because it doesn't take me a lot to know their songs. Like I only have to listen to it once or twice and I like know how the song goes. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Somi's live when she was dancing birthday on a radio show went very viral. Wait, was she bad?
Oh, did it?
Was she bad? I don't know. That sounds shady. It sounds like something shady happened. I remember she got in trouble because, what was it? In her showcase, either she did.
Oh, she was lip singing?
Yeah. And I think she also was like not doing the choreo because she didn't know it. Or she said that she didn't.
Oh yeah, there was a whole thing. Yeah, and she like, I didn't know they changed it or something.
Oh yeah, that was a mess.
It was weird.
It was a mess.
That's YG.
I was like, stop leaving it out to dry. I read a post that all of ITZY was gonna leave JYP before debut, but decided not to. And a comment said, "Welp, Somi ain't get that memo."
She was like, all right guys, we're gonna do this, and they're like, yeah, and she was like, all right, let's go, I'm going in first, and they're like, yeah, all right, so we're gonna sign this, right? Quit crazy. We need the money, like JYP.
Honestly though, I think it worked out well because again, I think it would have been quite awkward for her to debut because she just has so much more experience and exposure over the other girls. I feel like it would be inevitable for it to become the Somi show. Because I know even Liu Jin, she had like the exposure being like the BTS trailer and then being on, what was it, Mix 9? But like, you know, I don't think she overshadows like the other members. Like I feel like the other members got popularity and got along fine. But I feel like with Somi, I feel like that popularity gap would have been just too much.
I think that, but then at the same time, I feel like as a soloist, she's not gonna make it as big as she was in a group.
That's true. Yeah, I think that's true. And I think it's quite interesting because I feel like a lot of people are meant to specifically shine in a group. Like there's a lot of people that if they would have debuted solo, like they might be the most popular member in their group, but if they would have debuted solo, it wouldn't be that case. And I feel like it's just like a matter of like compare and contrast, that maybe people just like comparing and contrasting. But I mean, I feel like I feel like she already had such a satisfying career that like even if she's not a huge soloist, it was like, you know, at one time you were the face of like one of the biggest groups ever, so, and then you had like a pretty nice, like not necessarily solo singing career but solo like talent career, and she was like on all these CFs, so I don't know.
Yeah, I also feel like there could have been a chance of her being not as, like, I mean, she obviously would be popular, but I feel like other members maybe could have gotten just as popular as her if she did stay in the group.
That's true.
Because by that time, I feel like, not that she was not as, like, not popular, but I feel like she was not as popular.
Oh, like it died in a bit. I think it's true. But then I also think that it would have attracted a lot of her solo stans. And I feel like because she had so many solo stans already in her arsenal, they probably would have overran the fandom, which like maybe would have even prevented a lot of people from joining, because they're like, if this is just going to be the Somi show and I don't even like Somi to begin with, why should I even bother? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey Taeyeon, what's up? Wouldn't Somi be the face of the group if she debuted with ITZY? That would mean that she would have more parts. Which I feel like it's for the best.
Like parts in what way? I feel like she wouldn't have singing parts. I feel like the face doesn't usually have more singing parts. They're just showing more.
Yeah, that's fair. I also think her voice is very unique, and that like I feel like she's better off as a soloist because it just clashes so much with, I feel like, with other people.
I actually think she would fit ITZY's sound because it's very I don't know. It just sounds like it would fit her type of voice.
I guess it's fair.
But it's whatever.
Please.
It's all what ifs.
Yeah, that's true. Please tell me this is a lie. I have a rumor going around. Supposedly Black Swan, rebrand of Rania, is going to add 2 to 6 new members, bringing the group to 10, with the new members being international. Shut it down. We're tired. We're tired of the reincarnations. I love how much they are how like their makeup right now. Like I feel like they're so charming. I feel like it's almost like interesting that for some reason like the company, I think it's DR Music, keeps doing reincarnations of Rania, even with this one where they shed the name Rania and it's like Black Swan. But like it's like, why don't you just make another group? Like it's like stop. It's so weird.
They're just riding that Rania train. They're like,
exactly.
Keep it going. It's the only way.
Which is like okay, so I'm not gonna lie. Obviously the girls in the group, like, you know, talent, like the girls who've been through the iterations, but I feel like the most popular Rania was when they debuted in 2011 with Dr. Feelgood, and Masquerade was also a bop. So it's like, what are you exactly, like, you're grasping on like popularity that's almost dang near 10 years old. Like, what's the point of keeping reincarnate? Like, let these girls do their new thing.
So yeah, or at least like all they think they have.
Which is like, why?
Just, I don't know.
I mean,
they probably need new management, honestly. Just like SM probably got new management, they need new management. Just to help them figure it out.
I will say renaming them Black Swan was good, because I like that they dropped the Rania name. I don't like that, like, for some reason they still have to relate it back to Rania, but
like the freaking album's name. Doesn't it have like I was gonna say R.I.P. Rania, but it's like something.
Oh yeah, wait.
It was like Death to Rania or something. Goodbye Rania. It was just like, all right, we're just gonna keep it coming back.
Oh my god.
No matter what.
But I did side eye, because I'm sure Black Swan means something else. I haven't looked into the name, but it's like, stop putting black in the name just because there's a black person. What is it? Goodbye Rania?
Yeah, I think it might be Goodbye Rania.
But no, I was watching some of their interviews, and the girls, the current lineup they're so cute. Stop adding people. It makes it confusing.
Yeah, especially because how many are there? 5?
There's 4 right now.
Haimi, because one of them just left. They should just, if anything, if they want to add somebody, just add one.
Yeah, like, why that many? And I feel like they're doing like decent for themselves, because at least in the international sphere I hear about them a lot. So it's like, you know, why, when like they're like taking off or like having like a good like like, do they think that adding more members will make them more popular? Do they want to like continue off, like maybe they feel like they have a good thing going or something? Like, it really doesn't make, I don't know, stop adding people. I honestly think it's so disrespectful. Like, I always say, I think one of the most disrespectful things, wait, let me finish. The most disrespectful thing that JYP did was adding Halim to Wondergirls. Not because there's anything wrong with Halim, but it's just like, it's just weird, especially a group that was that established, to be like, okay, and now we'll replace you. I understood it with Hyuna and Yubin because they were very early on, you know, Irony, great song, but you know, they didn't really take off until Tell Me. But I always found it like extremely disrespectful, and you're just like, you can be replaced. Like, I guess it's one thing if they go down to like a number of like members that's like makes it really, really hard to maybe sing their older songs, or like it's just not feasible to continue on as. But I always found it really disrespectful when they're just like, yeah, even though you're this established group and like, you know, your fans expect one thing, let's just throw somebody else in there. And like, now everyone, like, I will always say again, Youngji, great girl, shouldn't have been added to Kara. That was weird.
That one was really weird, because that was like, wasn't that a short time?
Yeah, she
like,
was only
really
for 2 years. I believe she joined 2014, and then the other members like left. Gyuri, Hara, and was it Hansing? I think that's her name. Sooyoung. Oh my god, why do I forget her name? They were like, okay, well, girls, we've been doing this for a long time. I don't know what you expected. Bye. And then so Youngji was Kara herself for a while, which was weird. You never know. Rania might become a brave girl. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying give up and disband them. I'm just saying stop adding people. Well, I guess if your point is that they added people to Brave Girls and it worked out eventually. I mean, I guess that's fair.
How many? Brave Girls isn't that many people, right?
They went through quite a few people, I think, but I think it was like in waves. Let me look it up because
Yeah, like it wasn't like they added four people to an already like.
No. Well, the current lineup similar to Ronnie, and nobody who's in the current lineup was in the 2011 beginning line. Oh well,
Which is fine.
But it was like it was looking at this chart. It seems pretty much. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at.
See it.
Money, we got lots of money.
I feel like that's fine, but like with the what is it, Black Swan thing, they're like trying to add people to people that are already still there.
Oh yeah. I think maybe they should like leave first.
Yeah, like at least like let them be like, I'm done, and then you're like, all right, I guess we gotta get people.
Y'all, look at this.
But isn't this the same as like EXID?
I feel like EXID is not. Well, okay, now I kind of see bias. I would say EXID is not as bad. Oh, I seem like I'm going back on my road. Let me make sure I know, because I'm pretty sure the girls who let me make sure, because I kind of forget. I feel good, keep 'em sober. Oh no, it doesn't have a chart.
Yeah, I was like trying to find it. Oh wait, is this it? Okay, so Solji and Halen came in after the 3 left.
But when did the 3 leave?
To the middle of 2012.
Oh, so that was literally their debut year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's so quick.
I think when
like, this is not it. Time out. I don't like this.
So yeah, who's that girl? Okay. Yeah. So it was pretty early on. I think when it's super early on, it's not as bad. But I feel like when they're together for a while and then you're just like, and like they've already hit big, I don't know. It kind of comes off as disrespectful to me. And I feel like maybe I'm just like on my feminist wave, but like I feel like it's mostly girl groups who get replaced. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dang, they had to use rainbow colors. What? Card had
boy group leave.
I mean, Jay Park left and they didn't replace him, but when Sunmi left, they replaced her. And I feel like those are pretty two equivalent groups in terms of iconicness. And even with Jay Park's place, they weren't even it was kind of like on the cusp when they were blowing up, but they weren't even that big yet. I mean, to be fair, JYP hasn't done it again since, which is smart. But what are somebody else? I don't know, it's just clown behavior to me. Who's that girl? Baby, who's that? I should have did a scene where it's chat. Oh, I also want to show you guys my alerts. So I made alerts specific to this scene, and I just wanted to show them off because they're all alcohol themed, which actually works out great because alcohol free by Twice.
Does it work if it's alcohol? Because it should be.
That's true.
Free of alcohol.
But they say
wow, fake stan.
Champagne, now wine, tequila,
Is it
margarita, mojito with lime, sweet mimosa, pina colada. Listen, don't come for me. I've been here since 2015. Even before. Okay, this is subscriber. Mark Teensy Glasses. New member. I don't think I have one for member. I have donations. It's I don't know, margarita with lime. And a super chat. I don't actually know what drink that is. I'm gonna say it's a Long Island iced tint, but I'm actually not sure. Was there something else I wanted to show? Oh, and then there's like a tip jar. If you like subscribe, then it will put a picture of your face in there. But like it keeps missing, which is really annoying. Like it keeps falling out of bounds. And then any of the donos, they'll go in there too. I was like, "Ooh, I'm in my bag. I'm in my Adobe Photoshop bag today." I used both Adobe Photoshop and After Effects, which I've been trying to learn After Effects more. But yeah, overall, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Boys leave, they don't replace boys. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I cannot think about what. Well, no, because he wasn't replaced. The group didn't debut yet. I can't think of one guy group where the person was replaced. Maybe I'm. Nah.
I just can't think of guy groups where people really left.
Kris
besides like
Luhan Tao.
We're replacing them.
Chun Sing from Beast. Or Highlight.
That was like so late.
Yeah, but I feel like okay, so let me make sure I get my.
At least for the Wondergirls thing, I feel like they were only 2 years into their thing.
Let me see, because it was when
and then hate them.
So they debuted in 2007. Oh, when did Sunmi leave though? Sunmi I think left in 2010.
Sunmi left in
But I don't even think the time matters. I think it's like, yo, they already had so many hits already, and we're established as this group. Okay. Oh, what? I want to say 2000. Oh, I guess within what? Okay, they need to update this. In 2010. Okay, wait, no. Okay, she left in 2010. They debuted in 2017. But by then, they already had So Hot, Tell Me, Nobody, 2 different tiers. Maybe not 2 different tiers. But they had that trio. That's so crazy to replace them. To replace her after the trio.
Yeah.
That's like replacing. That would be the equivalent to replacing an EXO member after they did Growl. It would make no sense.
Yeah.
Actually, not even Growl. If we're doing year-wise, it would be like Overdose. No. They debuted in 2012. Did they debut in 2012 and 2011? What's the consensus? Didn't You Kiss replace somebody? Oh, yeah, they did. Okay, You Kiss was very messy, too. All right.
Yeah.
Fox Kitty, you got me. That one was very messy. Let's go look. Let's go look at You Kiss's timeline. The history of You Kiss.
Oh my gosh. I have to find that song that I used to like by them. That just reminded me.
And AJ, he didn't even want to be there. He was like, let me go back to college. This is just play for me. He was like, let me become a Harvard Law student. Okay, here we go.
They tried to do that thing with, what's the playlist group? The first one.
Boyfriend?
The guy group.
Or no, they weren't playlists. That was Starship.
The one they went to the show. Produce. Why can't I remember her name?
Oh, Newest.
Yeah. They added those 2 people to make them try and make them.
Did they? Ooh, y'all call me out. Let me look them up next. Okay, so this is crazy. Yeah. This one's pretty crazy too. Okay, you true. Let me look at Newest. I didn't actually know that.
It was only for their Japanese songs. They just added these 2 random people. I think it was 2.
It's giving Super Junior M.
Weird.
That's so weird when they do that. They did that for Super Junior M, and I feel like the AOA, the fact that one of the what was her name? Yuhyun, I forget her name. But there was one girl, because there was a band version and a dance.
Oh yeah. And she just played the drums or something. Yeah, that was weird.
It's getting weird. Yeah, it was very strange behavior. Wait, I'm not seeing the timeline chart. Who got added? Oh, Newest M and Newest W?
Yeah, okay. I think it was the Newest M. Newest W is the newer one.
Oh, when they just didn't have the guy from 101. Or who made it in 101.
Newest M. I guess it was Mandarin. Maybe it was. I guess it was. Yeah, it was they added.
I'm confused.
No, they added one person, Jason.
Okay. Oh, okay. They added the cheese. Chinese.
The fudge.
Well, imagine they're just all right, you're part-time. Imagine being a part-time idol. Yeah,
I
the
don't
girl
know
who
this
played the
person.
drums. I forget. And then when they were just like, oh, well, the dance group version of AOA is too popular, so we're just gonna discontinue the band version. Girl, we don't have anything for you. Goodbye. Like, that's so mean. She's like, I'm out here playing the drums for nothing.
That's yeah.
Champagne to wine. I keep on saying to. No tequila, margarita, mojito with love. Whoa. Somebody should do a gospel version of alcohol free.
I don't think that would work.
Mojito with lime. Mojito with lime. Okay. Oh wait.
There's
Okay,
a group called
Yukyung.
A Piece.
Yukyung. I did not even know that AOA was technically still existing. But what a weird concept. They're like, okay, who's gonna be in the van version? You, and not you. Or who's gonna be in the dance version? You, and not you. Although I don't think everyone in AOA band version was in the dance version. Like, it was. Who wasn't it? Who wasn't in the dance version? I don't know. Let me make sure I got this right. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Yukyung is listed as half angel, half mortal, as she's the only member when the group performs as a band. Thus, is she the only member when the group performs as a band? Thus, they are known as 7+1 group. That's weird. I'd be like, why me? Why am I the only band only one?
Yeah.
Clownery. Auto group concepts be so weird sometimes. Like, what? Mojito with lime. Sweet mimosa, pina colada. Pina colada. Oh, snap. It's almost 1 o'clock. All right, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for coming through. Jazz, as usual, I want to know, do you have any last words?
Schumann was just on the singles magazine with, I think he was also with the other people that are going to play the same character as him in the musical that he's in. So, yeah, you can check that out.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about the Shoe Minute. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was prepared too. I was like, let me go on this Twitter. Let me go on Twitter because I don't know what's happening. He also said that he was like, he hopes to have a solo album and that he's actually been secretly started to work on it. So hopefully that's coming soon.
He's trying to
and
show up, my man.
He wants to do a performance album, so I'm hoping that means it'll be like dancey.
Ooh, that would be fun. Imagine me liking Schumann's album more than I like Dio's. Preposterous. Oof. Will never happen.
That's when you know you go to the good side.
Not the good side.
Well, I mean, they're both good sides. So I don't even know.
Ooh, he's looking good. His hair's all slicked, or it's like wet, with this Versace sweater. All right, go ahead. All right, I don't have anything to promote, I guess. So, as always, guys, thank you for stopping by. This was longer than I anticipated, but I feel like that's because we're just out here having fun. For everyone, yeah, so I had this today, and tomorrow I'll be back on Twitch. We'll be playing Little Nightmares 2, also just chilling and looking up stuff and having fun. So for those of you who don't know how to have a Twitch, you can subscribe to twitch.tv/pinkcloud, and I'll put that in the chat. And then that will be my last schedule for today, and then I'll most likely post the next schedule on like Monday night, Tuesday morning. But again, thank you guys. Oh, also, Anime Club was kind of tragic yesterday. We were supposed to discuss watching Pokemon the movie 2000, but I was skipping as I kind of was here. Thank you guys for sticking by despite there's some delays. But because of that, we're kind of doing a redo of that next Wednesday. So if you didn't get to watch Pokemon the movie 2000, you can watch it. And then on Wednesday, we'll be on Twitch, 9 p.m. EST with my friend the Breakmaster, and we'll be talking about that, along with we'll be having like a general discussion about anime. So come through if you like anime, and then we'll like do this all again, and we'll have a lot of fun. All right, guys, thank you so much for staying and being Patreons patrons of the Sleepy Idol. May all your dreams come true. Cha-cha. I don't know. Anyway. Your face is so disappointed. Not you gagging. Not you openly gagging. Alright, guys. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. See you, Leanne. See you, Tian. See you, Andre. See you, Brenda. See you, Fortunate. See you, Awa. See you, everyone. Sorry if I skip some names. And have a nice night. I'm going to remember to actually stop the stream the right way, because last time my stream was actually running for quite some time.
Okay, wait, is this the last time that we did a stream?
Yes.
Okay, because like I would like go on YouTube and it would be like, this stream is still going on, and I'd panic because I'd be like, wait, am I still like on? Like, like, can people see me?
Yeah, unfortunately I forgot that I need to turn it off via YouTube and not just my streaming platform. So I will see you guys next time. Sweet dreams. All your dreams will come true at the Sleepy Idol. Bye. Yeah, and the thing is, I was such a